She plays really well in the Southeast Asia region. Something about it. At the HSBC, at the Honda LPGA, she plays really good golf. Now Bomi Lee with a second.
She too trying to turn it against that left to right breeze. This left-hand hole location. Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Stay there, stay there. It banks off to the left.
I think it's safe to say she was not intending to turn it over that much.
There, look at her laughing, heart in mouth stuff there. And again, you saw that flag really blowing there, same as 11, same as 12. It's starting to gust out here as Momoko Kobori hits a third shot. Beautiful shot there from Momoko Kobori, and a shout out to everyone watching this inaugural Simone Asia Pacific Cup, wherever you may be watching around the world. It's great to have you. Plenty of star attractions on show. Lydia Ko in this group, Hyoju Kim, So-Yeon Yu. Certainly is a global game. Now, Hinako Shibuno, this at 12.
Smiling Cinderella.
I believe that was a par putt.
There's that smile. There it is. Saw a lot of it at the AIG Women's Open back in 2019 as we watched this beautiful chip.
Remember Hinako Shibuno, she had a chance to win the Women's Open Championship just last month as well. 4 top 5s in major championships ever since she burst onto the scene there. So showing it wasn't a flash in the pan. She's a serious contender wherever she plays week in, week out.
And a lot of these LPGA players really plan to peak during the major season. They work the schedules around it, their practice, their workouts, just so they can contend
13.
for 5 majors on the LPGA.
Yep. 13, par 4. This will be a popular spot. Jaravi Boonchant with her third shot from right of the green.
A lot of green to work with. Looks like she's going with the bump and run. I'll land this right about 15 feet on. Just caught that grain.
Too much loft there, in my opinion, Sue-Ann. You've got that much green to work with. You want to get it on the ground quicker and releasing to the hole. I see the best players in the world on the men's PGA Tour do it so often as well, week in, week out. And I just don't understand it. I know everyone's used to chipping with the sandwich, but when you've got that much green to work with, get it on the ground. Hyoju Kim, birdie putt at 11.
This is to go back-to-back birdies. Uphill, very makeable. Just did not take it high enough.
No, never on line.
You can tell she's just not quite feeling it on the greens today.
Good 4, 1 under par. Just cruising along. Stuck in neutral, but 2, 3 birdies coming into the house. She'll be right there. 5 under par, her countrywoman So-Yeon Yu leading the way. Now at 13, the tough par 4, Kiriko Shibuno with her tee shot.
You must hit the fairway on this tough par 4. Anything in a rough and you're going to have to just lay it up.
That's a beautiful tee shot. A lot of knee bend, isn't there? You mentioned it before with the setup. Wow, that's almost through the end of the fairway. Let's have a look at this very, very difficult par 4 13th, Sue-Ann.
Playing long this week, 385 in the soft conditions. Wind is blowing from the right-hand side. As I've said before, you have to hit the fairway here. 241 to that bunker on the right-hand side. In play for some of these players. And once you get to the fairway, that river just comes in play on the second shot. Today, 22 on 4 from the left. Very close to that hazard. We're going to see a lot of players in that collection area on the right-hand side bailing out. Not a bad place to be honest.
Not at all, no. That wind straight off the left. We saw Bomi Lee between the water and the flag on the left-hand side. I think she'll be the only player there today as Hinako Shibuno gets ready for her tee shot. such a good move. And another cracking tee shot. 2 big tee shots as well, right down to the end of the fairway. That's going to leave a shorter second. Lydia Ko to get to 3 under par at 11.
Bit of a shame. That was a great second shot. That could get her team a little closer to the top with her partner struggling. Oh, we got some laughs.
Oh, that's perfect. I don't know what she... almost looked like she stepped into that, as in stood with the feet together and then planted a left foot on the downswing. I'd love to have another look at that one if we can, but something was amusing. Anyway, Bomi Lee up ahead at the green. This for a birdie after that really aggressive second. Not to be, but walking off here with 4, you'll be leaving with a smile on your face.
Pretty sure her heart rate was up on the second shot. It's awfully close to the hazard on the left-hand side. But yes, if I walk away with a par here, it's got to feel pretty good. As you can see, Soyeon hit a wonderful hybrid to this tough par 4. Got about 30 feet or so for a birdie putt.
An opportunity to extend her lead to a couple of shots and get it to 6 under par. Oh, that putting stroke is so good.
Oh.
Yes! Beautifully done, So-Yeon Yu. Wow. Well, I mentioned on the previous hole, anything on the green is makeable for her at the moment. And that gets her to 6 under par. And just as importantly as well, the team now moves to 9 under par. They are dominating.
Wow. How about that run?
She's got 2 par 5s to come as well, but we'll go back to the par 3 12th and take a look at this Hyundai Stargazer hole-in-one hole.
Playing the shortest par 3 on the course this week. 146 yards. Hole location 7 on 5 from the right today. Wind is a factor on this hole, which is what it's making it playing over par. About a 2 to 3 club wind.
Can Lydia keep it down a little bit? Abbreviated follow through. Oh, of course she can. She's one of the best in the world and on display there at 12. Yeoju Kim posing. That 2 getting just a little bit caught up, but that's fine. It's on the putting surface. Opportunity for a birdie.
It's one thing that stands out about these star players this week is that their fairway to green and iron shots are just so solid.
Aren't they?
Their miss hits aren't too bad. And they're coming in with slightly shorter clubs because they do have a little bit more length compared to the other players.
Yumin Huang going along really well at 3 under par. This her tee shot at 12. Yeah, another really good shot. Up at 13, Bomi Lee cleaning up for her par to remain -3. Currently in a share of 3rd in the individual.
It's nice playing with your teammates.
And she'd be feeding off those vibes too, no doubt, with So-Yeon at -6.
But also you get to cheer each other on. You get to, you know, perk each other up. You know, if you're playing bad, you have a teammate right behind you.
Well, I was going to say on the opposite end of the spectrum, you've got Lydia Ko just playing so steadily at 2 under, and Momoka Kobori. I can't imagine she'd be feeling great right now at +4.
I'm sure Lydia has some words of wisdom for her.
Oh, that might make her feel a little bit better. That was an excellent shot. 4 really good shots here at 12. We've seen how difficult it can play in this breeze. So New with that birdie at 13 moves her to 6 under 2 in front of Princess Mary Superal from the Philippines, who's playing some excellent golf at -4, and a bit of a move being made as well from Cheng Xuan Shi from Chinese Taipei there at -3. Pacharajat Kongrapar -2 through 13, and of course Lydia Ko, who we've seen in our coverage in our feature groups, at -2 as well.
Nice going for the Amina Patricia, 1 under. Teed off the back 9 today. Some young talents coming out of Indonesia. Went to University of North Texas, had a great run in college.
Charity Boonchen +1 through 12. We've seen plenty of her thus far as well. At 13, Yulimi No with her second shot. You can see just aiming a little bit right of the flag there, Sue-Ann.
That is definitely the place to be, playing a little cut. I think it's cutting a lot more than she wanted to. That's all right. That's all right. That is a safe play. We're going to see a lot of golf balls there today.
Princess Mary Superal, 4 under par through 14 holes. This up at 15, her second shot. I mentioned earlier she was a winner of the Pondok Indah International Junior Championship, so has some good vibes around this course, and she is on fire. Cracking shot there at 15. Amy Koga with her second shot at 13. Oh, that one going right as well. And a bit of a miss hit.
I'm so curious as to what happened on the tee box with her tee shot.
Yeah, something was very amusing, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But it's good to see her enjoying herself out here. It's a good opportunity playing this week.
All right, Ewan, how many birdies on this hole?
We're going to see at least one. I'm calling 2 out of these 4 will go in. I'd love to see all 4, but 2 of these ones will go in. Lydia Ko is set to tie the knot in December. She's been in great form this year, winning the Cambridge LPGA and recently capping her 100th career top 10 finish. Ko discussed that she won't be slowing down after her marriage and has the packing of her family and future husband to carry her momentum into next season.
Yeah, I don't think there will be any substantial changes to my schedule even after I get married. I'm very thankful that you know, both my fiance, which is really weird to say, and his family and my family have been super supportive, and I think as much as I want it, I think they all want me to finish my career well and at the time that I want to. So I think, you know, as not only as a golfer and as a person, Lydia, I feel very thankful and grateful that they support me and they're in it with me, and I think that gives me a lot of motivation to, you know, keep wanting to work hard when I'm actually playing, and then also enjoy time off as well. So yeah, my schedule is going to remain the same, and you know, I'm going to look at my schedule like I did in any of the past 9 years, and just see which events are better to take off just because of fatigue or just timing of things. But yeah, getting married is not going to be a change in how I approach my schedule for the year.
Have a good team of people around you, and Lydia has obviously found that.
It is just so important to have the right support system when you're playing professional sport. It is so demanding, not just on your body, but mentally too. It's a very lonely sport, golf. You travel alone, you train alone. So you really do need to have a village behind you.
Well, that's why this week is so great too, isn't it? Having the team element to it. You've got a teammate out there. Hyo-Joo Kim, 1 under this to get to -2.
All right, Ewan, 1 down. Your odds are getting slim.
Yeah, need 2 from 3. Got to see at least 1, surely. I thought we'd see at least 2. And given what we've seen already today, these players are just pouring putts in left, right, and centre. This one's going in, isn't it?
Surely.
A little bit of left to right.
I like how she has that index finger coming down the grip there just to take the hands out of it. Gotta go. Yes.
There's one. One of the best putters in the world, Lydia Ko. No surprise to see that fall, and that's 2 birdies in 3 holes. She's up into a share of 3rd, 3 under par.
It's really important as well when you play with your teammate to just focus on your own game, because sometimes you do feel like, okay, my teammate isn't playing as well as she wants to. I need to step up and I need to make up for lost ground. And then you start to go for shots that you don't want to go for. You start to get too aggressive. So it's really interesting to have this team element and having them play together as we watch Momoka. Can she make it? Yes.
There's 2. Call me Nostradamus. And that's huge for Momoka Kobori. Gets her back to +3.
Ah, yeah, some smiles and fist pumps.
Well, that's great to see, because that's the dynamic that we were talking about. Lydia cruising along and Momoka struggling. Hopefully that's some momentum to carry forward for the last half dozen holes. As we go up to 15, Princess Mary Superal at 4 under par. She has a birdie chance here to get within 1. I mentioned her win in the Pondok Indah International Junior Classic. She's also a US Junior champion as well back in 2014. Outstanding amateur career.
She also won once last year on the Women's All-Pro Tour. Sorry, that's not her. Just kidding. Wrong player. But she has had 4 professional wins. That's just not one of them.
3 of them coming in her native Philippines, but this for her 4th birdie in the last 6 holes to get within 1.
Very makeable. Downhill right to left. Gotta go.
Yes! Didn't waste her energy, but she gets to 5 under par. What a round of golf. Bogey free. Pulls within 1. She loves this golf course.
4 birdies in the last 6 holes.
Back at 13, Yulimi No from the right part of the green. Long birdie putt.
Gonna go left to right. And then turn the other way at the end. Nope.
Not too bad at all from where she was. Her first start on the LPGA Tour back in 2019 at the Canberra Portland Classic. She Monday qualified, finished runner-up. It's still her best finish to date on the LPGA Tour. Yet to win out there, but got to think it's not too far away. Playing alongside Yulimi No, Kiriko Shibuno, this for a birdie. Ooh,
oh,
aggressive.
Settle. Some work left for par there.
Staring it down, just thinking, what did I do there? Why, that was so silly. At least that's what I'd be thinking. Just berating myself. Let's take a look at how things stand in the teams at the moment. So Yeon Yu and Bo Mi Lee both just playing such good golf. 5 shots in front at 9 under par. But the Philippine pair of Pauline Del Rosario and Princess Mary Superal there at 4 under. They're going along nicely. And of course, Hyo-Joo Kim, Yu Min Hwang, they've been in our feature coverage at 4 under par as well.
The team from Chinese Taipei, Cheng Xuanxi and Xuan Ping Cheng. 2 under par today. Pretty good going. Really solid players out of Taiwan, Chinese Taipei.
The Indonesian pair there, both amateurs, Christina Yoko and Patricia Sinalungan, an even par. They're going along very, very well. Hinako Shibuno at 13.
As we saw that they were 1 over par as a team, really needs to get something going.
Could this be it? She knows which way it breaks. Sawyer Leamy nose putt before her. Can't be disappointed with a 4 at 13.
Stress-free par, I call it.
14 is a par 5, 18 is a par 5, so opportunities to perhaps pick up a couple of shots coming in. Really good scoring. 13 of the 44 players out here are under par. Saw Amy Koga just come up a little bit short and right of the green with her second shot. Chip to here. This for a par. She was just cruising through 8 holes, even par, going along really, really nicely. Unfortunately, a snowman, an 8 on the 9th hole, really derailed her momentum. Another drop shot, this to avoid dropping another one.
Team USA struggling today.
Good roll. Beautiful roll. Good save. Could ill afford to drop another one there. Yalimi No struggling as well at +3. Amy Koga is actually +4. Now after a rush of blood with that first putt for Kiriko Shibuno, she's at +1. This for a par to remain that way.
Well, the good news is she's got a good read from her first putt. Inside left, slight downhill.
Yeah,
Yes.
well done. Well done. One thing we haven't spoken about is the matching outfits with her and her partner Hinako, and the matching socks. Wait till you see Hinako Shibuno's socks as well. I like it.
Wow, that's a good one. I did not notice that.
Well, Yalimi No's putt just ran a little bit by here, as you call it, just outside the friendship zone. I certainly wouldn't give myself this putt.
I wouldn't give anybody this putt.
Well,
Maybe Lydia.
Lydia Ko.
Yeah,
So young.
maybe Lydia. Just hasn't looked comfortable at all today. Both off the tee and on the greens, just
Oh, no. Oh, no.
very quick there.
And I just wonder how much playing partners struggling as well. You know, we've seen momentum as we have with the Koreans leading at 6 under par and 3 under par, and the Americans just struggling to get any mojo at the moment. But So Yeon Yu at 6 under par, she's 1 stroke ahead of Princess Mary Superal. At 5 under, Lydia Ko starting to make her move. She's at 3 under par through 12. Pacharajata Kongrapan, Suan Hang's players to watch this week. She's at 2 under through 13.
We call it PK.
PK. I'll
Yeah.
make it easier for myself. This.
Tiffany Chan, good to see her playing well again. 1 under after 15.
Karis Davison with borrowed clothes and borrowed clubs this week. They did not turn up, unfortunately. She travelled here from Northern Ireland. She's at even par through 14 alongside Hinako Shibuno.
The rest of the players in the field in blue, not quite playing as well as they like to.
Yeah, these players all need to start making some birdies. Momoka Kabori, she just made one at 12, back to +3. Cassie Porter, the young Australian, 19-year-old, she's at +4. Amy Koga, she's been in our feature coverage as well, going the wrong way this back 9 at +4. th hole, tough par 4, Lydia Ko at 3 under. This her tee shot. She may as well not even hit the tee shots. Just go and put a ball in the middle of the fairway. You know that's where she's going to hit it.
If only I could play golf like that.
Well, our first look at the par 5 14th. This is So Yeon Yu, current leader at 6 under par. Third shot into the par 5 flag, 27 on 4 from the right. There's water lurking over there, and wisely playing a little bit left of the flag. Chance to get to -7. Back at 13, Momoka Kobori. Oh, she usually hits it on a frozen rope up the middle, Momoka Kobori, and hopefully that will be all right there in the rough and draws a decent lie. Jaravi Boonchant at 14. This is her third shot. We saw just how dangerous that flag is there on the back right, Suan.
Especially with the ball below her feet as well. It's going to want to push it even more to the right-hand side. I'll be quite careful with this.
Oh, cracking shot. That's an aggressive shot to get it all the way back to the flag. Coming off a bogey at 13. She has an excellent opportunity to get that stroke black as we go back to Hyoju Kim at 13. Her tee shot. Oh, goodness. Bomi Lee, 3 under par through 13. This, her third shot on the par 5, 14th. Dangerous flag here on the back right.
Well, I've just seen Javari hit a very beautiful wet shot into that, and that one's pretty good too.
Yeah, certainly got to be confident to have a go at that flag lurking perilously close to the water there on the right-hand side. Great hole location. Now Yumin Huang, a tee shot at 13. Is this going down the right-hand side? Oh, fairway bunker there. It's popped out. That is a good break.
It's going to be a tough second shot, though, all the way back there.
Well, if it ended up in the bunker, that would have been a layup. So at least she has a chance to get a longer club on it. Now the final player in this foursome, Uchisa Utama, her third shot at the par 5, 14th. Oh, another brave shot, getting it all the way back there. Well, this is Hyoju Kim. She has blocked her tee shot here at 13 into the penalty area. So she gets 2 club lengths from the red line. So she would have had to drop it on the cart path. Drops it on the cart path, then she gets relief from the cart path. She gets 1 club length from the cart path. Now you can see here with that severe slope, that ball is going to roll onto the cart path again. So drop it twice, then place it. And however you look at it, she's in trouble because this will be her third shot at the par 4. First to play will be Lydia Ko, her second.
Long iron in for Lydia. Remember, the whole location is all the way back left, bringing that hazard into play. I want to just start this right center of the green with a little draw. Oh, what a shot.
She's found it. Lydia Ko just cruising the front 9. Now she's got her mojo. That to get to 4 under par.
Best shot we've seen all day, I think, on the 13th. Slightly better than Soyeon's hybrid earlier on. And speaking of Soyeon, here she is for a birdie on 13th. Uphill right to left. This to get her to 7.
Such good golf. She's basically just thinking about making everything on the greens, and that too was tracking.
She's human.
Is that her first 2-putt?
Probably the second 2-putt she's had all day.
Yumin Huang, great break off the tee. The sand stopped her from going in the penalty area. Well, stay there. Wherever that finishes, that'll be fine. She will be very, very happy to be putting for a birdie after that tee shot. Just 18 years old. I think Hyoju Kim's going to have to get the cameraman to move here. That's a great look at what she's facing. She cannot see the flag at all. She's going to have to pick a building in the distance, Sue-Ann.
She's got to be really careful here. This could end up becoming a very big number on this 13th hole. You don't want to get too cute. You definitely don't want to have that hazard in play at all.
I got to think this is going right, surely.
The middle of the green, 2-putt bogey. Just don't want a big number on the scorecard. Ball below her feet. Good players tend to pull it.
Oh, that was on an excellent line, but club and a half short. She'll have a work cut out to get up and down for a bogey. They're generous fairways here at Pondok Indah Golf Club, but you miss them, you can find some strife. Bomi Lee up ahead at 14. This to get to -4 and would take the team of Bomi Lee and So Yeon Yu to -10. Oh, no.
Ouch. Ouch.
No, that was never missing until it did.
Golf. Brutal. Just brutal.
Sixteenth hole, long par 4. Princess Mary Superal, second shot, 5 under par. Yeah, another good one there. Wisely playing to the middle of the green.
I think the key here this week is to hit it in the right sections of the green. They're quite large at Pondok Indah.
Downhill left to right putt for Utama for birdie at 14. Just powered it through the break.
Bermuda greens can be quite grainy, and they tend to point towards the water on this parts of the golf course, so you can get a putt that looks like it's going to go right to left, but the grain is kind of pushing it the other way. It gets a little bit tricky.
What's your thoughts on this aim point that Jaravi's opting here?
I'm a fan of it. I think it just takes so much of the guessing out of it for green reading with these players. The only problem is it takes a long time.
Yeah, it does.
It slowed down golf tremendously on the greens. And if you look at some of the green books, they look like Bibles almost.
Yeah.
They're complicated, they're very in-depth, a lot of information, almost like chapters.
Well, what confuses me is
greens.
most of these players putted best when they were juniors. You just stood up and hit it. You didn't think about anything. There's no scar tissue then. All right, this to get back to +1. Shouldn't be too much to it.
Putting left hand low.
Little fist pump.
Read my mind.
Back to +1. Back to the difficult par 4 13th, Momoka Kabori. Now what's going on here? We saw her miss the fairway to the left. Oh, we're being told she's hit her second shot into the water, unfortunately. So coming off a birdie to get it back to +3. Oh, Momoka Kabori, this is not what she needed here. This is going to be her 4th shot. Earlier this year, I had the opportunity to follow Momoka around several times on the tour in Australia, and I'm sure you'd be familiar with a lot of our events now in Australia, men and the women, they play against one another. And on multiple occasions, she had the lead going into the weekend. And in fact, the TPS Hunter Valley tournament just north of Sydney, she lost in a playoff. She 3-putted the final hole of that event to fall into a playoff, ended up finishing runner-up. But a great golfer and an excellent young lady, just full of life, always smiling. Unfortunately, that wasn't a great effort, and now she's got to get up and down for a double bogey.
Wow, that was just an 8-iron in for her 4th, and just bailed out.
Well, this is to tie the lead for Princess Mary Superal from the Philippines. Get to 6 under par across the green at 16. Not a great putt, but I like that. She's confident. I'd rather see it 3-4 feet by than 3-4 feet short. She's just thinking about making everything right now.
You know, when you're feeling good, everything just looks like it's going to go in from your eye. And it feels good in your hands as well. Pretty sure that's how she's feeling right now as we watch Yelimino. Ball above her feet in the first cut.
Yeah, this at 14. Second shot just laying up. Well, that was actually her third shot into the green here. And that's a really good shot from where she was. That was a blind shot. Back at 13, Yeoju Kim. I saw her drive the ball in the penalty area off the tee. She'd be kicking herself. It's a wide fairway. There's bailout, plenty of room left. She's played a third shot to here. Now she's got to get up and down for a bogey. When we first watched this hole this morning, Sue-Ann, we were talking about how you walk off here with a 4, you'd be pleased, and we can certainly see why with this group. Momoka Kobori's got to get up and down for a double. Yeoju Kim got to get up and down for a bogey.
This is going to be big. As I've said before, you just don't want to have a double or triple bogey on your scorecard. It's going to make it very difficult to make up grounds for that. Oh. Again, Ewan, just to your point about coming in with a lower loft club with that much green to work with.
That flag's 22 yards on and she used a sandwich. I don't understand it now. Inako Shibuno, perfect position here at 14 to attack the flag. Her third shot at the par 5 needs to make something happen, Sue-Ann.
Oh.
Could be the start of it here.
We've seen some birdies already from that spot.
Good chance to get it into red figures. Back at 13, the trials and tribulations of New Zealand's Momoka Kobori. Fifth shot here at the par 4 from right of the green. Can she get it on the ground a little quicker and release it up to the flag?
As you can see, it's very shiny from this angle in terms of the grain of this green. So it's from where she is, it's into the green slightly.
Now look at this. Got it on the ground early, released it to the hole, and look at the result. Wise shot and really well played, but unfortunately, that'll be a double, and she'll drop to +5 now, Momoka Kobori. Princess Mary Superal is for a par at 16 to remain in second place at -5. Well done. Wow, this golf course, this back 9, you said it was playing a little bit tougher, Sue-Ann. It's really starting to bare its teeth. Aimi Koga was even through 8. She's now +7 through 13. Kiriko Shibuno. Third shot at the par 5, 14th.
Just didn't quite carry it as far as she wanted to. Decent shot, but not a great one.
Yumin Huang. Long birdie putt. Yeah, nicely done. Could ill afford to drop a shot there with a partner in trouble. She's going along really well. 18 years old, -3, currently in a share of third. Impressive performance. There are just so many good young Korean and Asian golfers and on full display here right now.
I mean, we've seen so many very, very successful players, Korean players on the LPGA, and they're just dominating the LPGA right now. Such a strong tour as well, the KLPGA. Speaking of which, Bomi Lee, who also plays on the KLPGA, had 4 wins on that tour.
21 wins on the Japan LPGA Tour. What a career. That's a good shot there. Playing along this par 4 15th. This is the par 3 17th. The second par 3 with the Hyundai Stargazer on offer for a hole-in-one. The first player to make a hole-in-one this week will win the Hyundai Stargazer. It was actually on offer during the Pro-Am as well. Obviously didn't go off yesterday. I just have a feeling someone's going to do it. I really hope so. Tough flag, though, here at 17 today. 31 on and 8 from the right.
Playing long as well, 159 yards, but as you've said, the whole location, it's on the back there. Adding almost an extra club today. Long iron for Princess. Staring it down. Oh.
It was all over it, wasn't it? She is playing some fantastic golf.
Wow.
It's not easy to get it all the way back to the flag there, but a chance to tie the lead. Yeoju Kim, this for a bogey at 13.
Oh boy. Double bogey for Yeoju. You don't see very many of those from Yeoju. Compounded mistakes on this hole. Bad tee shot, poor chip. Yeah, that takes her to back over to 1 over par.
th hole from the right side of the fairway. It's a good angle into this left-hand hole location for Jaravi Boonchant, coming off a birdie at 14.
Oh.
Beautiful golf shot.
Wow, attacked that pin.
Chance for back-to-back birdies. Oh, Lydia Ko, she's starting to make her presence felt. 3 birdies in the last 4 holes. This for a rare birdie at 13 to get within 2.
Love the setup and just how her arms just hang so relaxed.
I don't think she thought she'd made it, but it had every chance right till the end. She just keeps her wrist so firm through the putt. There is no wrist breakdown. That's a good 4, though.
Now Soyeon on the 15 with a second shot. Hybrid, ball above her feet. To this tuck left. Whole location. Oh, that was so close to being good.
It was all over it, wasn't it? That'll be, provided she's got a decent lie, that'll be a very makeable chip, actually. Now Momoka, she'll be very pleased to get off this 13th hole. Double bogey after hitting into the water. She drops to +5. Minako Shibuno, this for a birdie at 14 to get to -1. Yeah, finally. Just been treading water all day long. Good to see. Fun to watch. So Yanyu leading the way at 6 under par by 1 stroke from Princess Mary Superal, who has a good opportunity coming up at 17 to join that lead. Lydia Ko, I'm very impressed with 18-year-old Yumi Huang. They're at -3. And over on the second page, what a round from the amateur Patricia Sinalungan, the local Indonesian girl, 1 under par. Very impressive. Karis Davidson, even par through 15. And Jaravi Boonchant has a chance coming up at 15 to get it back to even par. So Yanyu saw a second at 15, just missing the green. Now, I said this was makeable.
Looks like she's got the club face wide open, trying to get it up in the air. Lens soft, go in. Oh, that must have looked so good for so long.
Well, I said she's trying to make everything, and when she's on the green, but even when she's off the green, it looks like going in. Playing some terrific golf. She's just a joy to watch. So Yanyu, lovely young lady as well, and 6 under par, leading the way here.
You never really see her mad.
No.
And you never really see her too happy. Very even.
It's a great demeanor.
on the golf course.
Very
yeah.
conducive to a long career as well. If you don't ride that emotional roller coaster out there, you can play for a long time.
She enjoys reading. I was with her poolside in Singapore. She was reading a Korean novel.
Wow.
Very intelligent young lady.
Fiction, non-fiction, any idea? Did you read it? Was it in Korean?
Yeah, I don't speak or read Korean, Ewan. But I think it was probably a romantic novel, from what I can remember. But she's just the loveliest person on and off the golf course.
This is a partner of Bo-Mi Lee. Lovely young lady as well. This outside chance to get to -4. I think she'll be happy to get this within a couple feet.
Settle.
That's really well done from where she was. Not a gimme, but excellent lag. Well, this is how things stand on the team leaderboard side of things right now. The Korean pair of So-Yeon Yu and Bo-Mi Lee, 9 under par. They're really showing the field a clean pair of heels, Sue-Ann.
Yeah, and the Japanese pair, Kokona Sakurai and Maria Shinohara. Bit of surprising. I thought maybe, you know, the team of Hinako Shibuno and Kiriko Shibuno would be the Japanese team to beat, but good going there for the Japanese pair.
Well, it's a testament to the quality of play from all these girls in it, where there's a few surprise teams up there on the leaderboard. Pauline Del Rosario and Princess Mary Superal. Really primarily thanks to Princess Mary's terrific golf so far. She's 5 under par herself, but Hyoju Kim and Yumin Huang. Surprisingly, Yumin Huang, 3 under par herself. She's been sort of the team leader thus far. Hyoju Kim just coming off a double at 13.
As I've said, you know, this team leaderboard can change so quickly after a hole. If one player has a double bogey or a birdie, that's immediately a 3-shot swing.
Cassie Porter, Karis Davison there at +4. Natasha Un and Alia Abdulghani there from Malaysia at +3. A couple of great young players who went through the college system in the US. So too did Tiffany Chen and Guinea Ding from Hong Kong.
Got the Indian team of Amandeep Kaur and Vani Kapoor struggling today. Both Indian pairs, 7 over par.
And in our feature group coverage, we've seen a lot so far of Aimi Koga and Yalimi No, +8, really struggling thus far. A bit of a surprise really from Yalimi No especially.
Also surprising from Eloisa from Singapore. She was the silver medalist at SEA Games, just not having the going she wants.
Bit of a struggle there for 41-year-old Kin Tutu today. She went round in 86, but great to see her here competing. Back at 15, Jaravi Bunchan. She's just birdied 14. This for back-to-back to get it back to even par.
And what a great second shot from the right-hand side of the fairway into this hole location. Just burning the edges today. So many missed opportunities for Javari. On these kinds of days, you just want to stay patient. It is a 54-hole event.
How do you stay patient? I never figured it out.
Me either. When you find out, you let me know.
You know, you hear players say that all the time, don't you, in their press conferences? It's a cliche, stay patient. But if you can do all those cliches one shot at a time, you're going to have a long career and you're going to play well. It's just not easy to do because it's such a frustrating game. Chisa Utama now, par putt at 15, currently at +3. This to stay there, beautifully done.
Thumbs up from a teammate there. Love it. From the right-hand rough.
Just laying up at the par 5, 14th. Momoka Kabori, we really need an update on her score. It says she's at +3. I have a feeling she's +5 because she did make a double bogey at the previous hole, hit it into the water. This is a hard course for her. She's not long off the tee at all, and this golf course, playing long with a bit of breeze, soft conditions. So she's just going to be coming into the greens with a lot longer clubs as Hyoju Kim lays up, coming off a double at 13. That's in good position. Big putt here, Sue-Ann. Princess Mary Superal to tie the lead at 17. This to get to -6.
What a great approach into this par 3, right to left.
It's tracking. Oh. That was a pure roll. It's right behind the hole. That was a putt hit with a lot of confidence.
I wonder if she's seen the leaderboard yet on the golf course.
Whatever she's doing, just keep doing it. And 18 is a reachable par 5 as well. She has an excellent chance to pick up one on the final hole.
Just seeing your name up there with So-Yeon Ryu, Bomi, Lydia, it's got to feel really good.
Good angle here. What Lydia Ko sees for her second shot. It's a bit of a blind shot. Just love this swing.
Trying to keep the club outside her hands and that takeaway.
I think her swing is looking absolutely fantastic. Just creeps into the first cut. She's having a good time out here. Great to see her make the trip to Indonesia to play Lydia Ko. Of course, based in Orlando, plays the golf in the US. Now Hanako Shibuno, second shot into 15, hybrid club.
Trying to play a nice high draw into this whole location.
Oh, that was all over the flag. I had a score there at +1. She did just birdie 14. I believe she's -1. We just need to get that confirmed. Partner Kiriko Shibuno from the right side. Ball above her feet, Sue-Ann.
Yeah, trying to do pretty much the same thing as Hanako. Working it right to left. Needs to go a little bit more left.
Good for distance. Yeah, that's all right.
Tough crowd I am.
I really like the matching outfits. I think we should see more of that, and I'm sure they've coordinated the outfits over all 3 days.
I dig it. Love it. 18-year-old.
Yeah, just laying up. Oh, this could be going right. Oh. Did not need that. That's a poor layup. There is so much room there. She is going to be filthy with herself. But going along very nicely so far. 1 under par. Scores across the bottom there. Diksha Daga at +2. Karis Davison, the Aussie, even par through 15 holes. Guinea Ding. She was a winner of the Pondok Indah International Junior Championship here 4 years ago. Yalimi No with her second at 15. She needs to make something happen coming in.
Talk so much about that golf swing and how dynamic it is, and yet just struggling to make something happen today. Just not looking comfortable at all.
Well, Cassie Porter, 19-year-old from the Sunshine Coast in Australia, struggling today at +4. This for a birdie at 16. She made her debut on the Epson Tour last week, flew all the way from Australia to the US, finished top 10, only missed a playoff by a couple of shots, and then made the trip all the way back here to Indonesia to play with her mum Di on the bag. I get it all the time, no relation.
I was just about to ask you that.
Terrific young lady, Cassie Porter, just an outstanding amateur career and good playing earlier this year too in Australia. 4 top 10s on the WPGA Tour. I know her coach Dan Morrison back in Australia is watching. This is back at the 15th green. Look at the gallery. A couple thousand people out here following this group around the green.
I think that's what's so great about this event is that it just, you know, these kind of caliber of players coming out to this part of the world for fans to enjoy world-class golf, get to meet their favorite golfers. Get to learn a thing or two.
I love it. There's so much opportunity in the Asian region, both men and women, to grow the game, and there are so many good players, and they just love their golf. That's the most important thing. They are so passionate about their golf, the people in this part of the world. Doesn't matter whether they're 15 years old or 70 years old. Everyone just loves golf.
And so many great golf courses in Asia. Countless.
Absolutely.
Just so many great tracks, and including this one that they're playing this week. We've seen some big championships out here as we watch Amy trying to decide if she's trying to go for the high shot or the low shot.
It's a very wide stance, isn't it, for the practice swing she's taking?
Yeah, short game hasn't been on point today. Looks like she's going with the...
I'm going to put you on the spot here. Favorite course to play in Asia for you?
Oh, I've got to go with Sentosa here in Singapore, I should say. It's just one of the best courses in the world.
Brilliant golf course. Played a couple of Singapore Opens there. Tough golf course. Well, leaves that a little bit short. She's got her work cut out for a par.
Just some interesting choices around the greens for her today.
Well, Amy Koga actually made an 11 on the par 5 ninth hole. We thought she made an 8. It was an 11. Goodness me. Momoka Kabori, third shot at 14, the par 5. Just missing the green on the left. Safe bail out there with the water on the right-hand side. Back at 15. Yalimi no. Long birdie putt. Look at the colour, the difference in the colour and the grain change there, Sue-Ann.
Yeah, the first 20 feet or so is going to be into, and right there it's down grain.
Really
Speed
difficult to get the speed right, isn't it?
Very difficult, but that's going to be a tricky second putt as well.
Now, Yumin Huang, we saw her second shot. Pretty simple layup, and she pushed it to the right. Not willing to take that third shot on and try and keep it under the branch with all the water up there. So she's going to put all the faith in her wedge game, try and get it up and down to save the par.
Now Kiriko.
Well, apart from speed and line, that was pretty good. Just a tough one to read, really. That one hard to get the pace right. Looks like it wants to break from right to left, but didn't do too much. We'll go back to Lydia and her third shot at 14.
Hole location is tucked very close to the hazard today, but she's one of the best wedge players out there.
It mightn't look great, but that's a wise shot. Water on the right, ball was above her feet. Didn't want to flirt with danger at all. Her partner's struggling. So she's got an outside chance for birdie. She's that good with a putter that anything is holeable. Now up at 16, our leader, So Yeon-Yu, second shot at the par 4.
Is this going to pepper that pin again?
Oh, boy. Coming in downwind, harder to get any check on the ball, but wasn't that straight at it.
Looks like the greens are firming up as well in the heat and the wind.
Now Shibuno, birdie at 14. This for another one here at 15. No, hasn't hit it. When you see the quality of player of Hinako Shibuno there at 1 under, and Hyoju Kim, what she's achieved at +1, and then you see Cheng Xuanxi, Pacharajata Kongrapan, Bomi Lee, 3 under par. It really just gives you a good indication as to the talent level right across the board here in Asia. It's on display this week. Hyoju Kim, her third at 14. Oh, beautifully done. Coming off the double at 13. Chance to get one of those back. Amy Koga. That ninth hole just really derailed her. Probably can't remember the last time that she made an 11.
Well, Ricky recently made a 9, didn't he?
Yeah. On the
Made a
final
real
hole last week, yeah.
Made a real joke out of it too on Twitter, which was quite funny.
Good save there from Amy Koga. Par at 15. Chisa Utama. Second shot at 16.
Ball below her feet. It's going to want to go. Oh, that's a great shot there.
Look at the release on it, though. That's released 40, 50 feet.
Well, these players are coming in with fairly long irons. With downwind, greens are firming up. That was well judged.
Fourth shot now for a Yumin Huang after chipping out from the right-hand trees. Oh, straight at it. Chance to save a par. We need to get her score clarified. It's got her at 3 under, and on the leaderboard it has her at 1 under par. Well, we've seen really a whole range of scores out here this morning, haven't we? And So Yeon Yu, she's having no problem at all there at 6 under par. Princess Mary Superal coming to the par 5 18th will have a chance to join the lead, but all these players terrific starts.
How about 18-year-old Yumin Huang, 3 under. Unfortunately, partner is not really playing quite as well as we would have expected her to. Hinaka Shibuno going all right. 1 under after 15. A couple of par 5s to play.
The 16th hole, currently at 3 under par, Bo Mi Lee. This is a second shot at the par 4.
Also a long iron for Bomi.
Can she stop it? Oh, what a cracking shot. I just can't see how Bo Mi Lee and So Yeon Yu can be beaten this week.
It's gonna be tough.
Fourth shot at the par 5 14th for Momoka Kabori.
Little bump and run. Smart play. Keep going. Oh, what a shot.
2 holes in a row, beautiful chip shots, and you just saw a score there at +3. I can confirm she is +4. It was not a double bogey on the previous hole, it was a bogey. So she will remain at +4. And this is the 16th green. Thailand's Jaravi Boonchant here at +1, an outside chance, putting downwind to get it back to level par. See that breeze really blowing around this green.
She's had some great putts today, just burning the edges. Maybe this would be it. This would be the time. It might just drop in for Javari. It's all right. Tap in par is always good on a long par 4.
Remains +1 through 16. Yesterday, all these players, Sue-Ann, had the opportunity to play in the Pro-Am, and I know you've played plenty of those as well in your career, and certainly a lot of fun had out there. A great opportunity for both pros and amateurs alike.
What a treat it is for these amateurs to be able to tee it up with people like Lydia Ko, Hyo-Joo Kim, So Yeon Yu, players you don't get to see very often on these parts of the world.
Having fun out there, a good opportunity for these girls to get a good look at the golf course as well. Lydia Ko, this to get to 4 under par through 14. Wow.
Just doesn't move as much as players think. It's actually a fairly straight putt from where she is.
That could be the worst putt she's ever hit, I think. Still a tap-in par, and she remains at -3, currently in a share of third. So Yu. Now, typically, you'd be looking to two-putt this, but she is just rolling the rock so well today. It's easily her worst putt of the day. She's got some work left there for par. She hasn't had to struggle for a par at all.
Not at all. That was actually quite surprising. Putting into the grain, though, so it slows down quite a bit.
And into the wind, too. Very slow putt. Yumin Huang. This for a par at 14. Chipped out from the trees. Fourth shot to here. Very disappointing. Par 5. These players looking to perhaps pick up a shot, and she's walked off with a bogey.
I'll tell you what, though. The par 5s here are big. They're tough. They're not an easy feat this week. Gonna have to really try and place it in good spots on your layup, and as we've seen, the minute you're out of position, you're in trouble. As we watch on Chisha, 3 over par today, struggling as well. This to get her back to 2 over par.
Little head nod there. Sarcastic head nod, I think, but par there at 16, not a bad score. What a character she is now. Hyoju Kim, double at 13. This could get one of those shots back here at 14. Oh, that is just pure putting stroke. That gets her back to level par.
It's amazing how these top players in the world bounce back after some adversity, and just being able to just get your mind focused again and focus on the next shot, the next hole, what you have to do.
It's a great point. I think actually in the tours around the world, it's probably the most underrated stat is the bounce back category. Just goes to show how tough mentally you are. Cracking second shot from Bomei lead. This to get within 2 of So Yu's lead.
Oh.
It's got to move. Disappointing after such a good second shot. All right, our first look at the par 5 18th. Water all the way down the left-hand side. Couple of good shots to here for Princess Mary Superal. So Suen, a good chance to get this one tight, perhaps pick up a shot.
Uphill line to an uphill green. It's going to go up and soft.
Oh.
Classy.
That is just fabulous. That to tie the lead for the Philippine player.
She sure loves this golf course, Ewan.
Doesn't she ever? Good vibes abound for her around here. Just doesn't look phased or daunted at all by the moment.
That's why I'm curious. Has she seen a leaderboard out there? Does she know, or is she just in the zone?
Definitely in the zone. Oh, a lady who has been in the zone all day long. This is the first putt that of any real difficulty she's had for a par. This to remain in the lead at -6.
Easy for So-Yeon.
Why did I ever doubt it? An impressive golf thus far. 6 under par for the South Korean through 16 holes. Beautiful chip shot here at 14 for Momoko Kobori. This to save par. And she is +4, despite what that graphic says, through 14 holes. I've seen a little bit of the 15th hole so far, Suen. It's not an easy par 4, is it?
Yeah, it's not. It's playing long as well. 360 all this week. 251 to that bunker on the right-hand side. Just lined with hazard on the left-hand side. Definitely don't want to go there. With today's hole location, 15 on, 5 from the left. Anything on that right-hand side of the fairway is going to give you a good angle into this green. 27 paces long, very wide. Just got to hit it in the right section of the screen. Seen a lot of players hit it middle right. It's a good place to be.
3 birdies and 8 bogeys, averaging over its par of 4, unsurprisingly. Lydia on the tee. Well, that's a huge block for her, and it's still on the fairway. And it's actually a perfect angle to that left flag. Up ahead at 16, Nako Shibuno. I've seen players having a lot of difficulty trying to stop the ball with their approach shots in here.
I really like this golf swing. Compact, it's very simple.
That's a terrific shot. I love how connected her arms remain to her chest throughout the golf swing. It's just a sensational swing. Not much can go wrong with it. Back at the tee, Moka Kabori. Well, Naomi Koga has just taken
doing a little gardening.
Massive fillet out of the ground. Look at the size of that divot.
It's a good sized steak.
Yulimi No now with her second shot needs a big finish. It's been a struggle today for the 21-year-old Californian.
I do wonder if she's jet lagged at all, flying in from the United States compared to most of the players in this field coming in from the region. Don't really have to deal very much with the time change.
It's a good point. Really good point.
The Americans have to deal with quite a big time change. 15 hours for Yulimi, actually, from California. It's tough. Coming into the heat, the humidity.
Yeah, I know. Just dealt with it. Good shot there and a good chance putting up the hill for a birdie.
Did I just describe your trip, Ewan?
Was it 34 hours from Florida?
Oof.
It's all right. Would never turn down an opportunity to work alongside yourself, Sue-Ann.
Oh, you're very kind. You're very kind. This is a big opportunity for Princess. This to get her to tie the lead, for now anyway.
Is there a little bit of left to right in this, do you think? Or pretty straight?
She's lined up outside left. Kind of has a bit of an open stance.
Oh, what a round. Princess Mary Superal from the Philippines, 6 under par 66, and did that damage all in the last 12 holes. She joins So Yeon Yu in the lead. And the way So Yeon Yu was playing and putting early on, I thought no one was going to get anywhere near her. That is a sensational round of golf.
Bogey free as well on this track. Incredible.
And So Yeon Yu, this is the lady that Princess Mary Superal just joined in the lead. That Hyundai Stargazer up for grabs. First player to make a hole in one here, or the 12th. Could it be So Yeon Yu?
It says 159, but they are playing at 181 today because that hole location's all the way back there. Gonna have to add a club or two. That's a pretty good shot.
Yeah, anywhere on the green here is not a bad shot at 17. Now Lydia Ko, see how far right she's aiming here at 15.
Nice high draw to this hole location. Sit. Ooh, that's all right. That's all right. Fairly straightforward up and down. With her short game, shouldn't be a problem.
Now, I mentioned earlier, I've seen Lydia Ko play a lot from the age of 12. Never, ever been a long hitter, not even in her age group as a junior. She just has such a magical short game. Bomi Lee at 17, hybrid in hand.
Do not want to flirt with the right-hand side of this green. Anything left of that hole location is going to be good.
Well, got it pin high. That's a terrific shot. Hybrid in hand again from Momoko Kobori with a second shot at 15. Good shot underneath the hole. They're just so deadly accurate with hybrids. You watch men hit hybrids and, yeah, of course they hit some brilliant shots, but they can also be pretty wild with the hybrids. You don't see that with the ladies too often.
Yeah, the girls have to hit a lot more hybrids than the guys. As we look at Wanchisha from Thailand with iron in hand. Oh, sit, settle. Yeah, the wind picked up as she hit her shot.
It's just so hard when you're coming in with a long iron or a hybrid. Green's getting firm if it's downwind. Just so difficult to hold the green. Now Hyoju Kim, second at 15. Not a great angle.
I'm going to start this just left-hand side of that bunker, as you can see in your screen.
Good shot. Really good shot. Well, birdied at 14. A chance to go back-to-back here and erase that double that she made at 13. Big tee shot from Yu Min Huang. Open stance, second at 15. Good swing.
Very good golf swing. Very simple.
Aggressive play.
I think the wind just took it a little bit more than she thought it was going to.
Up ahead at 17. Our co-leader, So Yan Yu, 6 under par. Outside chance. Nothing's outside though for her. Everything's a chance. This for a birdie. Good roll, easy par. And we know that the 18th hole, the par 5, is an excellent birdie opportunity, so she will have a chance to regain the outright lead there. Just great to see her playing good golf again. It's hard when you go through prolonged periods of poor play or a slump, which she endured there for quite a while. Now Hanako Shibuno, birdie putt at 16.
Hitting the ball great, just hasn't made very many putts today.
No, and she's not putting poorly. Everything is just very solid. It's just not quite happening, which, with all facets of a game being as solid as they are, you got to think the next 2 days something will happen.
I mean, we talked a lot about this early on in the week about these players that just don't have their A game, but still manage to shoot 1 under, 2 under, and then just turn it on the days that it clicks.
Kiriko Shibuno, this to get it back to level par. No, left all the way. Not even close, that one.
Almost looked like she pulled it.
Yeah,
straight left off the face.
Not a good putt. And she'll be just looking to get into the clubhouse, no worse than level par. Jaravi Boonchant at 17. This for a birdie to get it back to even. She's burned the side of the cup on many occasions today, the young Thai. Look out for her name, though, in the future. Good, solid season so far on the Epson Tour. She'll be on the LPGA at some point as Lydia Ko plays her third shot at 15. Was tracking.
I love that the players have the country flags on their sleeves, on their hats. And if you're a fan of golf, and wherever you're watching, if you're watching from New Zealand, Indonesia, Singapore, you can cheer on your countrymen, country ladies, I should say.
This broadcast going out to over 20 countries around the world. Hello to all the people back in New Zealand cheering on Lydia Ko and Momoko Kobori.
We just talked about it so much. We just don't have that many team events for the girls here in Asia. And it's just such a unique format. It's so much fun. Bring something fresh and new to the sport.
I love it. You played college golf in the US as we look at Bomi Lee here at 17, a chance to get to 4 under par. And college golf has become so popular. The team element of it, that team aspect, the camaraderie, it's just so much fun to watch. I'm a huge fan.
I've had the most fun in college playing golf.
4 under par for Bomi Lee. You little beauty. She's now within 2 shots of the lead. Just the 1 bogey on the scorecard. Terrific golf today. That pairing now 10 under par.
Gonna be tough to beat.
I can tell you 10 under par in the teams is now 6 shots clear of their nearest rivals, the Philippines.
Human. Bit of work there for a par. Already dropped a shot on that par 5.
Certainly seen plenty of birdies here in the opening round. Princess Mary Superal and So Yun Yu share the lead at 6 under par. Bomi Lee with that birdie moves within 2 shots, but some excellent scoring, Sue-Ann.
Yeah, look at PK. Started off the back 9. She's 3 under par. She's got some good holes coming in. Lydia as well, steadily going along, doing Lydia things. Hitting fairways, hitting greens, making some putts.
Yu Min Huang, the 18-year-old who we've seen plenty of in the coverage today. She's at a couple under par. Par 3 17th. Hinako Shibuno. 1 under par for the round. Mentioned it multiple times today, that Hyundai Stargazer, first player to make a hole-in-one on this hole or the 12th, will drive away with that vehicle.
I like the silver.
Yeah, I'm a big fan. That's my preference, I think.
Yeah, it's nice. I mean, I would like either, but silver's my color, but that is not
Left
gonna
is not
go in.
good. Oh, Hinako Shibuno. You are the female Hideki Matsuyama. That was a good shot. Talk about expectations.
But sometimes, you know, it's all about the miss hits for these players, right?
Yeah, I don't think she struck that too well, but that's fine. Mocha Kabori, she needs to make something happen coming in. This for birdie at 15. Yes, you do. Beautifully done. She gets it back to +3. Way to hang in there.
Some smiles. Tough when you have a tough day and you're playing with your teammate, feeling like you let them down a little bit.
Kiriko Shibuno.
We used to always say in college, no sorries in the team format. No one wants to go out there and play bad golf.
Just catches the right edge of the green. That's a good point. I mean, you see players playing foursomes a lot of the time, the alternate shot format, and they hit their partner into trouble. And you're not trying to do it, are you? You're just trying to keep the ball in play and have fun out there. Let's a look at the par 3 17th hole. Hyundai Stargazer up for grabs for the first player to make a hole-in-one.
Tough hole to do it on, playing quite long today. Typically just playing 146, but today it's 181 to that back hole location. Yalimi with a long-ish iron in.
Oh, can't go left, can't go left.
Oh,
no.
No.
Well, that's in one of those bushes as well. I don't know if there's a spotter down there. She may have trouble finding that ball.
That is a big miss.
It's just not been her day. Now Hyoju Kim, double at 13. birdie at 14. This for another birdie at 15.
Right to left. It's just so much slower from back there than the players think. Almost all these players have come up short.
I think that's 4 in a row from that same position. I believe Hyoju Kim is level par. Naomi Koga, 17. Well, a hole-in-one here would go a long way to rectifying her day, but unfortunately, the only hole, I was going to say filled with sand. That'll be a very difficult chip.
Yikes.
On a downslope as well.
Gonna be an awkward stance, downhill lie. It's gonna be rough as Yumin just taps in, cleans up for a par. Bit disappointed by the looks of things.
Let's take a look at how things stand in the team leaderboard. Well, it's just a runaway at the moment, isn't it? So Yeon Yu, Bo-Mi Lee, 10 under par, 7 shots ahead.
Yeah, you just starting to think 7-shot lead is quite a few shots. But we do have 2 more days of golf.
Well, the thing is too, I mean, they're arguably the favourites coming in here anyway, certainly one of the 2 or 3 favourites, and it's just hard to see when you're that far in front.
I mean, as a team, not many players are under par. Only 4 teams are under par. And to be 10 under.
Very, very impressive.
Very impressive.
16th tee, coming off a birdie at 15, Momoka Kobori. That birdie did get it back to +3 at 15. That's a perfect tee shot. Let's have a look from above at this difficult par 4 16th, Sue-Ann.
We've already seen so many players having some trouble on this hole as we see that river just snaking along on the left-hand side. 242s to that bunker on the right, protecting that side of the fairway. We've already seen some players on the right-hand side. Definitely not a good place to be either. You're going to be blocked by some trees. Fairway hit is a must on this long par 4. 391 today. 35 paces long, huge green. 20 on, 6 from the left today. As we can see, playing over par. Only 2 birdies on this hole.
2 others. That's triple bogey or higher. Wow. Well, you got to think, make a triple bogey here. The tee shot has to have found trouble on the left-hand side. Hyoju Kim, that one's not going left. That's the other way, bailing out to the right.
She's hit some rights today. Blocked a few.
Yeah, she has.
She made a double bogey on that 1 par 4.
Tough day for Cassie Porter, +7. And that's a good 3rd shot at 18, a chance to finish with a birdie. Talented young Australian. Back on the tee at 16, Lydia Ko.
I'm going to call fairway here.
Geez, you're really going out on a limb saying that, aren't you?
She's gained some length as well off the tee since working with Sean Foley. Got some swing speed up.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow. Commentator's curse, they call it. Good lie, though. Ball is setting up. Not too much trouble.
She's going to have no idea what to do from there. She only knows how to hit from the fairway. Up ahead at 18. This is the Chinese player, Yuli Shi.
Ah, that's a beautiful shot. Tap in. Well, not really a tap in. A little bit of work left, but definitely in the friendship zone.
Yumin Huang, tee shot at 16. Oh, that is not where you want to go. That's where elephants go to die there. Up at 18. The par 5 finishing hole. This is Chinese players Zhang Shui. +4. Been playing well this year. 3 top 10s on the China LPGA Tour. A bit of a struggle today.
A lot of these players playing on the China LPGA. It's a great tour to be on as well.
Yeah, I know a couple of Australian girls who were playing up there pre-COVID. They were raving about the opportunities on offer up there. Certainly a star-studded leaderboard. So Yan Yu there, tied for the lead at 6 under par. Lydia Ko making her move at 3 under. Bo-Mi Lee. Princess Mary Superal, 6 under par. Excellent golf. Rajata Kongrapun's just dropped a shot to drop back to 2 under par. Excellent round 2 from Maria Shinohara. Anything under par, really. Good scoring out here. Let's a look at Cassie Porter there with a birdie putt at the 18th. In a rough day for Cassie.
That's a great view of what the players have to deal with on the 18th hole. Dogleg left, par 5, water in play. Risk-reward hole.
For a round of 78 for Cassie. Well, that tells the story of her day. And speaking of jet lag, it wouldn't surprise me if Cassie is a little bit jet lagged, flying from Indiana on Sunday, teeing it up here in Jakarta. Never arrived until Tuesday evening.
That is a long way, especially if you're coming from the east coast of the United States. A lot of these players are quite used to it, though. I think it was just maybe the heat. Might be an element that she's not quite used to, the humidity.
It's brutal here in Indonesia. 34 degrees Celsius as well. Now, Hyoju Kim, precarious position here, Sue-Ann. Ball above her feet, sitting down in this Bermuda rough. Can she get this to the green? I don't think she can.
I think she's going to try and play this for just the front right. Again, you just don't want to have another big number.
I'll be shocked if she can get this there. No, she's just pitching it up the fairway.
Yeah, that ball is just sitting way down in that rough. Get out of there. Yep.
Well, that's an error to not find the short grass either, but a good angle for her third shot. It'd be interesting to see where Yumin Huang finished here at 16, hooking a tee shot left into that vegetation over there. Yuli Shi at 18. Beautiful bunker shot. This for a birdie. Good up and down to finish. Well, that was for a par, actually. Round of +2. 74. Well, after taking a penalty drop, Yumin Huang. And this is her third shot at the par 4 16. Just got to avoid that palm tree, Sue-Ann.
You want to aim this just in that right gap between those bushes behind there.
Oh, what a cracking shot. My goodness. Chance to save a par. She won't be able to see that finish up playing uphill as well.
That would be some par, Johan.
Wouldn't it ever?
Just when we thought Team Korea, spot of bother.
This is Kiriko Shibuno up at 17. Birdie putt. Even got the pink watch on, matching the outfit. Not a good putt there. That's going to be a tricky second putt to save par.
I do wonder if that was intentional.
The watch?
Outfits.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it would have been. Colour coordinated. Hinako Shibuno, this for a birdie to get to -2. Oh!
Ooh.
She had eyes only for the cup there. Up at 18. Par 5, Bo-Mi Lee. This is a great hole, the par 5 18th. Real risk-reward hole. Water all the way down the left side. Bo-Mi Lee, she's laid up over on the right here. It's not an easy layup either, but this is her third to the par 5.
Every player is going to play to their strengths, and Bo-Mi, her strength is wedge play. Wouldn't surprise me if this is going to be close, the way she's been playing today.
Oh, good call, Sue-Ann. Cracking shot. And that will be to get within one of the leaders. It's a real athletic pursuit out here, isn't it? Coming off a birdie at 15, Momoka Kabori with her second shot, currently a +3.
Ball above her feet, wind coming off the right-hand side.
Oh, will it
Settle,
stop? No.
settle.
See, that's the disadvantage of not being a long hitter, coming in with long clubs. We've seen it a couple of times today. Anchisa Utama at 18. Third shot. Won't be pleased with that. It was a hard act to follow after Bomi's sensational approach. Back at 16, Lydia Ko from the right rough.
Line's not too bad. Ball sitting up.
Can she stop it? Everyone having so much trouble stopping this on the green. Lydia Ko. Beautifully done. So Yan Yu, got to think this is going to be pretty close at 18, third shot. Oh, you're not wrong. We could have a new leader very shortly.
Well, the way she's been putting today, that's almost a gimme.
Oh, a couple of beautiful shots there, and tell you what, they roll those in. It could almost be an unbeatable lead in the team's event after day one. Yoo-Joo Kim, third shot after driving in trouble at the par 4 16th. Yeah, decent shot. Outside chance to save par. Not really been Yoo-Joo Kim-like today. Been a bit of a struggle.
Oh. Now, Shibuno for par. Aggressive first putt just off the green. Got a decent read. Left edge. Uphill firm. Just got to trust your line. Yes.
Well done. Well done. She remains 1 under par. That's how things stand. So Yan Yu will have a good opportunity in a couple minutes time to regain the outright lead at 18, but some terrific golf from all these players on the first page of the leaderboard. Lydia Ko also with a chance at 16 to get to 4 under par. The cream rising to the top, Sue-Ann.
It's just so many great names, but also so many names that perhaps we're not that familiar with, which is one thing that's so beautiful about this golf tournament.
Yeah, it's great learning all about the storylines behind these players, but there's been some terrific golf here on day one at the Simone Asia Pacific Cup. Over the back of the 16th green. She's hit a couple of beautiful chip shots, this 9, Momoka Kabori. She'll need another one here. Come on.
Again, it is just slow from back there, chipping into the green, putting into the green. Must be deceiving all these players. I think they're thinking it's a lot quicker.
Kiriko Shibuno, par putt, left the first one well short at 17. Nicely done. She remains a couple over par, but certainly a long way back in the team side of things. Currently 11 behind. That'll be even more here very shortly. Mikoga, we didn't see her chip. She had a terrible tee shot over to the right, had an awfully difficult second. And if this was it, she's Houdini, because that was awfully tough. Says it's for par. I like a putting stroke too. Soft hands on the putting grip, cross-handed, level shoulders. Beautifully done. Having some fun out there. It's good to see. Yeoju Kim par putt at 16.
Will she get it there? Yes, she does. What a save.
Clutch. Big, big save. This is the 18th green. Thailand's Onchisa Utama. Birdie putt, currently a +3.
Not a great wedge shot into this 18th, and not a great putt either. Still some work left.
You know you're in trouble when you're still outside of 2 players as wedge shots from 100 yards.
3 words you don't want to hear in golf. It's still you.
Is that 3 or 4?
3. Well, you're testing me there, Ewan.
You're exactly right. Lydia Ko, this to get to 4 under par, starting to look dangerous. Oh, slides by the edge.
Man, she's hit some great iron shots today.
You know she's going to be there at the end come the final day. 3 under par, probably the worst score she could have been today. Just cruising along every facet of the game, looking very solid. This is the 18th hole and Thailand's Jaravi Boonchant.
This is definitely very makeable uphill putt.
Par putt, unfortunately.
Yes.
Ah, good save. Good save. Seen a couple of fist pumps today. I like it. Bit of emotion. Round of 1 over par 73. It was a good start, wasn't it? A couple under par through 6 holes. Struggled in the middle. Now her partner, after leaving the first putt well short. This for a round of +3 for Utama. Oh, I'm saying bogey putt. Oh, goodness me. Well, a calamity to finish.
Just never want to finish with a 3 putt. Especially from that range. She's not going to be very happy with that.
Par putt at 16 for Momoka Kabori. No, that's just so disappointing. Finally got a birdie at 15 and then gives it straight back.
Starting to see a little frustration from Momoka.
All right, big putt here for So Yun Yu. This to regain the outright lead. It's just been a sensational round of golf. This for a 7 under par, 65.
Outside right, uphill. Yes.
Flawless.
What a round of golf.
Absolutely flawless. 7 birdies, 11 pars, 65. And she is your leader.
Her last win was back in 2017. So it's been a while.
That was her LP. That was last
Yeah,
LPGA
the
wins. I
LPGA,
believe she
win.
won the Korean Women's Open maybe in 2020, I think, off the top of my head.
You're right. So the last win was in 2020 on the KLPGA.
But for someone who was such a proficient winner, you know, 1 win in 5 years, she's due.
Well, even 2 years for her is a long time.
Yeah. Well, Naomi Lee, cracking 3rd shot in here. This for a birdie. Now, this would open up a 9-shot lead in the team's section and to move within 2 of a playing partner in the individual. Excellent round of golf. It's been fun to watch.
A lot on the line for the team event. $250,000 in prize money. Yes, good job, partner.
And they've been friends since junior golf as well. They've known each other a long, long time. Very comfortable pairing. Brilliant golf. 7 under par and 5 under par. And It's filling the gallery. Thousands of them behind the green here. Yeoju Kim, tee shot at 17, coming off that brilliant save at 16. Oh, she doesn't like it. Just not been firing on all cylinders, has she, today? That's a very poor shot.
Wow. That is very unlike Yeoju. She's one of the best iron players on the LPGA, too.
Here we go. That's a great look at what the players are facing here at 18 for their second shot. Snap dog leg left, water all the way down the left-hand side. Really depends on how much you want to try and chew off here.
Really want to hit a 220, 200 to 220 shot.
Oh.
Came in low. Oh boy. That just looked a little quick. In a transition.
She looks anxious. Where is it? Because if it was on a good line, it could have run a long way up there. Our final chance today for someone to pick up that Hyundai Stargazer for a hole-in-one. Lydia Ko on the tee.
Can kind of use that slope on the back left there just to feed it towards the hole. You don't want to get too cute.
Oh, Lydia.
Kind of like that.
Lydia, come on. Oh, what a sensational shot. Lydia Ko, she's looking very strong. That will be to get to 4 under par. Princess Mary Superal, a great round of 66. So Yeon Yu just took the lead here with a birdie at the last for a round of 7 under par on the opening day of the Simone Asia Pacific Cup. Yumin Huang, 17th hole. Good golf swing. Oh, what a good golf shot.
Oh, settle. That's pretty good. A little unlucky, got a big first hop.
This is our last chance for a hole-in-one and the Hyundai Stargazer to go off today. Momoka Kobori.
The challenge for her is to really try and stop this on the green. Ooh.
It was on a good line, but just landed at 5 yards short of her intended target.
It's the tee shot of Lydia Ko. What a great shot there.
9-shot lead for the formidable pair of So Yeon Yu, Bo Mi Lee. We mentioned at the start of the day they'd be ones to look out for. Just dominating.
These players have some work to do. Right behind them, team from Philippines, Japan, and then the other Korean team as well. A lot of ground to work. Oh my goodness, it almost seems like they're going to run away with this thing.
Oh, there still are 2 days left, and you never know what could happen, but certainly from what we saw today, really hard to see anything going wrong because they just looked fabulous out there. Yuan Lee.
Hinaka Shibuno and Kiriko Shibuno, their disappointing start for the pair of Japanese players. 1 over par with 1 left to play, par 5 18, and it looks like Hinako's a spot of bother as well.
Lydia and Momoka, +2. Need to make up some ground tomorrow. Natasha Oon and Leah Abdulghani there at +4. A couple of standouts at college in the US, but a bit of a struggle here today.
Yeah, disappointing start for the Aussies. Cassie Porter, Karis Davidson, 7 over par today. Did not bring their A game. Hopefully they'll have it tomorrow. So watch Aimi Koga, 3rd shot.
Long 3rd shot, found the fairway bunker off the tee. Sneaks it up there onto the green, pin high, well done. couple of top 20s on the Japan LPGA Tour this season for Aimee. Good to see her here playing in Jakarta. What do you think's wrong with Hyo-Joo Kim today? Just has not looked good at all, really, for her.
Yeah, just her long game really have let her down all day today. Hit some great shots and she's not converting it on the greens either. Just one of those days that just nothing's clicking, nothing's gelling. Maybe she's not feeling her best, not too sure. But plenty of green to work with here with a chip shot left to right up that slope. Going with the bump and run. It's gotta go. It's got to go. We've seen so many players just catching that green on the greens.
The one word I would use to describe her today is grinding. She just seems to be grinding, which is unusual. Usually for her, it's just birdie putt after birdie putt. Now, we saw the second shot of Hinako Shibuno here at the 18th hole. Look how thick this rough is. Thankfully, the ball stayed outside the penalty area, but she will have a really hard time getting this on the putting surface.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Oh, boy.
Oh, no.
Oh.
It's just so thick. Oh. Well,
we don't see that very often.
No, it's almost kind of had a chuckle
her?
then, because she's usually just smiling all the time. But no, she won't be chuckling. She'll be furious.
But that's the thing about the par 5 18th is that's the risk reward. The layup's difficult. It's tight on that fairway.
Oh. That was Yu Min Huang, and you're exactly right. That risk reward element to the 18th hole, you bite off a little more than you could chew. You can come up unstuck.
Tell you what, this girl's been steady as steady can get for an 18-year-old. Very mature, as you can see from the way she's played all day today.
Completely unfazed, you're right. Third shot for Kiriko Shibuno at 18. Oh, no. That's a terrible shot, unfortunately. Short of the green.
Team Japan.
Oh, look at this. Look how thick this is. She could do the same thing again. Got to hit so hard. Oh, no. Oh, this is it's just a sad way to finish. It's tough to watch, and that's where, with that rough, that thick, that's where strength, that's why you see the men and the top players in the men's game can extricate themselves so well, because they have the strength to do that. So tough for these ladies. Now, she's just rushing now. There's so much frustration.
And this is where the caddy just needs to go, let's calm down. Let's get a yardage. Let's not try to make a big number here. Let's try and get this as close as possible, but looks like she's ready to go.
Well, this is a 6th shot now. Oh, it's just a nightmare finish.
What a shame. What a shame. As we go on to the putting surface here on the 17th par 3 from Momoka. Oh, that was looking good for a long time.
She's good around the greens, this young lady. We'll give her that putt at 17. That'll be a nice par 3. Yulimi No at 18. Third shot. Good opportunity here to pick up one to finish after a tough day.
This is where it gets dangerous. The green can really grab the club up in that hill. Just kind of want to pick it. Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
Good call, really good call. The entrance to these greens, quite often it's slightly raised, slightly uphill, and the grain will grow back into you, and you see that happen so often. Par putt at 17 for Hyo-Joo Kim.
I'll tell you what, too, today her short game hasn't been on form as well. I mean, that was a great up and down, 2 great up and downs back to back, but she's had to grind for those putts. Chipping just hasn't really been very good for her today, as we watch.
Kiriko Shibuno, that was her 4th shot, yeah. Average. You're average for that. Chance for a par. Back to 17. Yu Min Huang for par. Easily done. Yeah, very steady, very impressive for an 18-year-old. This young lady was winning majors before she was 18. Just to get to 4 under par through 17.
Quite a career, and she's just so young. And she's 9th in the all-time LPGA winnings, making about $12.6 million. And she's not even 30 yet.
Super impressive, not even close to 30. Didn't she say she wanted to retire when she was 30? I think I remember her saying that. Start a family, call it a day. She can do whatever she wants. Lydia Ko for a birdie at 18.
Not the day for her, Amy.
No. I've got her on my leaderboard here at +7. Did say +4 there. But that 11 on the 9th hole just completely derailed what was a pretty solid start. Yulimi, no, tough day for her as well. Birdie putt here at the final hole. Nope. Story of her day. That's a 77 +5.
Just one birdie on the 11th. Given her length out on this golf course, that's quite surprising.
Yeah, and I mean, watching her play, it wasn't that bad. It was just a little bit off and just errors compounded. Lack of confidence. You said she hasn't been playing well.
Speaking of compounded errors.
Oh.
Oh.
Well, hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is for a double bogey.
It's never good when you have to start counting.
No. Essentially almost 2 air swings, really 2 whiffs in that thick cabbage. After a good tee shot, this for a 7 to finish. Oh. Shake of the head. Just a tough way to finish. Would have been thinking birdie there, 1 under, get in a couple under, and it's just gone the other way.
I feel her frustration. You spent all day just trying to hold everything together, and you give it all away on the final hole. As we watch a teammate, Kiriko Shibuno, trying to clean up for a par, left to right uphill. Oh, just pulled it.
No, that was a shocking putt, unfortunately.
Bit flat for this group.
Yeah. Well, hopefully they'll come out firing on all cylinders tomorrow. They'll certainly need to. +3 and +1. They're 16 shots behind in the teams portion. Lydia Ko, this for a par to finish up her day.
Yeah, not the day for Team America.
We're now being told this is for a bogey. Yeah, we'll clarify that score because that, I believe, is for a round of 8 over par 80. It's great to see them smiling despite not their best golf out there today. They're a delight to watch, these young ladies. So Yun leading the way at 7 under par, a terrific round of 65. Princess Mary Superal just 1 behind Bomi Lee, So Yun's partner, 5 under par. And Lydia Ko has a chance at the par 5 18th to join Bomi Lee at 5 under.
Flying the Thai flag. PK there, 2 under for today. Solid round. Not very many players under par.
Yeah, some good scoring here on day 1 of the Simone Asia Pacific Cup in Jakarta. Final hole for our final group. Lydia Ko coming off the birdie at 17.
This really is a great finishing hole. I think we'll be seeing some drama the next 2 days. We've already seen some drama today.
Haven't we ever? Yeah. And that is absolutely perfect down the right-hand side for Lydia Ko, right where you want to be, because the second shot doglegs so sharply to the left. Hyo-Joo Kim, a couple of great par saves at 16 and 17 for the world number 8. She'd love a birdie here, get it into red figures.
And a little concerned. That's all right.
She shouldn't be. And this is where a young player watching could really learn a lot from Hyo-Joo today, where she just has not played well at all. And she's still even par and having a good time. I love it.
Interesting. You saw the ball of Lydia. She was about 30 yards ahead.
And Lydia's not a long hitter. She has bombed that one.
She's been so steady all day, this young girl, Yumin Huang.
Just really 2 loose shots from memory. Tee shot at 16 going left, and layup at 14 going right. But apart from that, pretty steady. Great golf swing. That 2 perfect. Lydia's just smoked one out there to finish.
Great cart golf, as we call it as amateurs.
The final player of the day to tee off here at the par 5 18th, Momoka Kobori. Wow. All 4 players finding the fairway here at 18. Four cracking tee shots, and let's have a look from above at this finishing hole.
468 yards, par 5. It is one of the more reachable par 5s on this golf course. The rest of them are fairly long. 2/13 of that bunker on the right-hand side, not really in play for these players. If we've seen Lydia bomb one down there, she's going to have about 220 to the front of that green. If you wish to lay up, which most players have today, it is no walk in the park. It narrows down that side of the fairway with the water on the left-hand side. We've seen Shibuno having a few hits in the rough on the left-hand side. You want to stay out of that. Hole locations back left today. Can use that slope to feed the ball down, playing just a little over par.
I'm surprised.
Which I'm very surprised as well. Only 8 birdies.
Yeah, very, very surprised. Tough hole location there on the front left, but as you said, Nanako Shibuno had more hits than Elvis down there on the left-hand side. Unfortunately, that rough very, very thick. I don't expect to see any of these 4 players down there after those tee shots. And it'll be interesting to see if Lydia Ko can reach the green in 2. She's just smoked one out there.
I mean, I would almost say at this point where Lydia is to just hit one down the right-hand side. If it goes in the bunker, it's lots of green to work with. I mean, water in the back there, but it's almost not worth trying to lay up with the water on the left-hand side. It's just so narrow on that fairway.
Momoka Kobori. She'll have learnt a lot today playing alongside Lydia Ko. It's just so tough for her being a short hitter, coming into these holes with hybrids and mid to long irons on so many occasions. And here's what you were talking about. It's a difficult layup.
Although from this angle, it's actually much better. It kind of takes the water out of play. You don't quite see it as much compared to more on the right-hand side of the fairway, but that is fine. There it is.
Yeah, right in the middle. I love seeing all these girls smiling. They may not be having the best days, but they're just really enjoying themselves. It's refreshing.
It's a hard thing to do, to not make golf your entire life. You know, it's really difficult, especially when you spend all day, all night, you dedicate your entire life into the sport, and still be able to laugh about it, to have a sense of humor about it.
Yeah, it's very easy to get consumed by it, isn't it? When you're on the road for 30 weeks a year and you're playing and practicing golf day in, day out, traveling from place to place, it is your career, it is your job. To be able to compartmentalize when you get away from the golf course.
And it's all good when you're playing well, but it's those weeks where you struggle
Where's her target here for Hyo-Joo Kim?
It looks like she's aiming at those signboards in the background there. Play a little baby fade. Take water out of play. Yes, that's very well done.
She's landed that in the first cut on the left-hand side close to the water there just to get it to the middle of the fairway. So like you're saying, it's a very difficult layup. It's awkward.
Yeah, but once you get to that fairway, you're now in like the go zone with wedges into this green. Yumin Huang.
It's hard to tell here, but it looks like she could be on a little bit of a downslope, which will make this shot very, very tricky. Going uphill. Generally, when you hit uphill, anyway, the ball goes a little bit lower, but if you're on a little bit of a downslope, and she's taking a very aggressive line. Wow.
Looks like she's trying to go for it.
I like it.
Me too.
Oh, what a swing. Oh, yeah. Nicely done.
It's nice being young, Ewan.
Certainly is fearless. Well, there's your answer as to whether Lydia Ko can reach the green, because she's 25 yards ahead of where Yumin Huang was.
Oh, that's a great view of what Lydia is facing here. Hybrid in hand. Slight downhill lie as well, hitting into a slightly elevated green. Wind is hurting ever so slightly. That started right, drawing back.
Oh, that's a good leave. She didn't want to flirt with any of the trouble there on the left-hand side. That should be a pretty straightforward chip from there.
And with her wedge play as well, that's going to be pretty close, I would think.
Yeah, it's been a terrific round today from Lydia Ko, but someone else who had a terrific round was our leader, So Yeon Yu, at 7 under par, who spoke with us after her round.
Well done today out there. Can you just take us through your round one?
Well, to be honest, I was quite nervous this morning because I haven't really represented my country I haven't represented my country for a while, so I was really nervous. But I actually paired up with Bomi Lee, which is one of my good friends. So I had a really lot of fun with playing with Bomi, and then I think that helped me a lot to be relaxed. And then I think especially my putting was pretty great today, so I'm always happy to play the round with the bogey-free round.
Yeah, you mentioned your putting there. Can you just take us through the mindset of the greens?
Well, it's quite grainy green, so you have to see where all the grain goes. So I actually quite practice a lot with my caddy how to read the grain. So I think that really helped. And then actually green's rolling it pretty well, so I was able to trust the green and I was able to trust myself today.
And the conditions are there? How did you feel about the conditions out there?
Actually, today was the hottest day since I arrived here. But like I said, I'm having so much fun with Bomi, so I didn't really. The weather didn't bother me. And then I think at the back nine, the wind started to pick up. So wind was quite swirling. So it was really hard to read the wind direction. So I think that's one of the reasons why it was kind of tough to make a lot of birdie chances at the back nine. But like I said, I think my putting was good enough to make a couple of birdies out there, at the back nine as well. So I'm happy with my round.
And mindset going into tomorrow, round two?
I hope I can play like this tomorrow as well, also Saturday. But it's golf; you never know what's gonna happen. So I'm just gonna do my best, and then I'm going to enjoy much as I can to enjoy this beautiful golf course and then amazing tournament.
Thank you very much.
She's a lovely young lady, So Yeon Yu, and she's not wrong about this amazing tournament. It's been so much fun to watch here on day one. I'm enamored by the team element, Sue Ann. It's just been terrific to watch, and So Yeon Yu, Bomi Lee certainly dominating in that team section. Final group, final hole, Momoka Kabori. This will be her third shot at par 5.
What a contrast in performance on the 18th hole from this group to the group in front of them. This is go zone from here. Just a little wedge, slightly elevated. Wind is picking up. Go.
Nicely done, Momoka. And that'll be an opportunity for her second birdie in the last 4 holes. Just had such a good 2022. Mentioned the 2 wins in Europe on the LET Access Tour. She went very close multiple times in Australia. I think Hyo-Joo Kim will birdie this. I just think someone of her caliber from this distance, pretty straightforward wedge shot. She's going to get this within 5-6 feet.
It's a great view of that lie. Ball slightly above her feet. Sit. Oh.
Just perhaps coming downwind, finding it a little more difficult to stop the ball, not able to create a lot of spin. The greens have certainly firmed up as the day has gone on.
Two down, 2 to go. Lydia's definitely in the best position, I think.
Plenty of green to work with. The angle she's coming from. Just 4 players to complete the opening round here at the Simone Asia Pacific Cup. And they're all in your picture. One of them is Lydia Ko, who is about to play her 3rd shot here at the par 5, Sue-Ann.
This is a great angle into this whole location. Lots of green to work with. A couple of options here. She can either go the high route, landed about 10, 12 feet short, or she can kind of bump and run it. It looks like she's gonna go the high route.
Got the face open, hasn't she?
Yeah.
We'll have seen Hyo-Joo Kim's ball bound on. Oh, she's got to stop it fairly quickly.
Again, you got to be careful with that green. Looks like she picked it pretty nicely.
Just a brilliant technique. What a shot. Lydia Ko, what a way to finish.
Yes, 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 Lydia.
And all of a sudden, that birdie eagle finish, that's around a 66. She shares 2nd place and only 1 shot behind the lead. Oh, just brilliant technique. Everything about that was first class.
That was so much fun to watch. One of the best short games in the business in women's golf.
Well, of course, we've got to take another look at that. It has one of the best short games in the world. It was always going to be close. Nothing but net. 2-3 finish. She is a superstar. Take a bow, Lydia Ko.
Bogey free round as well on this track. It's very impressive.
Oh, follow that one, Yumin Huang.
She doesn't have a shabby short game either. Looks like she's going the low route, ball back in her stance.
Release, come on, come on.
It's good. It's a good shot. It's a good shot.
Nicely played. It's always hard act to follow, isn't it? Just very solid performance. 18 years old and playing alongside your idol and heroes of the game.
Saw her talking to Lydia on the fairway, walking down. Lydia speaks fluent Korean, so I'm sure they were having a nice conversation down the fairway as we watch Hyo-Joo. You said, Ewan, she was going to make a birdie here.
I thought the birdie putt would be a little closer than this, but I'm still going to say she holds this. She's going to finish in red figures, no doubt about it. Spoke too soon. Just wasn't her day today, Hyo-Joo Kim. But a lot that a young player or an inexperienced player could learn from watching her play today, where she just didn't have it. Not one facet of her game was looking on song, and she still manages to get round in level par, even with that double bogey.
Yeah, just these players just scramble and grind their way through nicely. Just don't play themselves out of the tournament. That's what they do. You always have to remember there's still a lot of golf left to be played.
Momoka Kabori, beautiful third shot in here to the final hole. This for a birdie.
Again, it's been very slow from this part of the green, and again.
Oh, that was not even close, Momoka. Disappointing. And because of Lydia's birdie eagle finish, all of a sudden they're in red figures in the team portion. Lovely young lady, Momoka Kabori. I'm sure she'll come out with a much sharper game tomorrow. She'll make this, won't she, Sue-Ann?
I think so, yeah.
Just in front of the green for two. Chipped up to here. This to finish with a birdie for Yu Min Huang.
Interesting putting stance. Has the ball quite far back in her stance there.
Don't see that too often, do you? Good roll, good finish. Impressive performance. Very, very impressive. We certainly saw some terrific golf from our feature groups today. Hot conditions, some red hot scoring, lots of birdies, and of course an eagle to finish there for Lydia Ko, the first one we saw today. Great crowds out watching on day one. Only going to continue to grow over the next couple of days. The opportunity to watch a couple of stars of the game. World number 4 there, Lydia Ko. World number 8, Hyo-Joo Kim.
A lot of Korean fans on this part of the world.
Well, it's great too, because I mean, how often in Jakarta, Indonesia, do they get the opportunity to see stars of the game and 2 top 10 players in the world and other major champions, and they've all played fantastically well as well. And that's how things stand at the end of day one. So Yeon Yu, what a round, 65, 7 under par, leading by 1 from Lydia Ko, and the Philippines is Princess Mary Superal. Bomi Lee at 5 under par.
An impressive round by the 18-year-old Yu Min Huang. We watched a lot of her today, and she is impressive. I'll be watching her on the weekend. Keep an eye out. Kona Sakurai, great round as well, under par. PK for Thailand at 2 under par. Unfortunately, playing partner didn't play as well. Teams in blue.
Saw Maria Shinohara there at 1 under par, and that's how things stand at the end of day one in the teams section here. And of course, So Yeon Yu and Bomi Lee just runaway leaders, 12 under par, 9 in front. But Sue-Ann, really anything can happen. Well, there certainly were many, many good shots out there on day one, but hard to go past this for our shot of the day.
It's just so good. She picked it just perfectly using the bounce, judged it so well. We've seen a few of those in our career.
There's an element of luck that it goes into the hole, but when your technique is that good, and you just mentioned the word using the bounce of the club, the technique is just so good, it's hard for anything to go wrong, and she certainly chipped plenty of golf balls in her life. Like I said, that's how things stand at the end of day one of the inaugural Simone Asia Pacific Cup. Under par for So Yeon Yu. I'm not sure that she saw a 65 out there. Her form really hasn't been that great in 2022. She did have a good chance at the Evian a few weeks ago in France, but An excellent round, 65. 9 players completing their opening rounds under par. Karis Davison from Australia, good effort to shoot even par, considering she didn't have her clubs or her clothes, everything borrowed. And a disappointing finish for Hinako Shibuno, who made a double bogey 7. In fact, had to hole a 20-footer for that on the final hole.
Yeah, she's going to be very disappointed with her round today. Striking the ball great all up till the last hole and just gave it all away.
Diksha Daga there at +2. I think we're going to see her in red figures by the end of the week. Too much talent not to.
Amada Kiriko Shibuno, 3 over par, partner of Hinako Shibuno. 19 years of age, so much to learn.
Jamie +4, someone you know well, Sue-Ann, disappointing day.
Yeah, she won the Singapore Junior Golf Championships earlier in June. Attributes her win to a lot of exposure in the international games, and I'm sure this is no exception.
Tough day for Putri Amani and Dia Mahendra, a couple of locals, +7 and +8 respectively. Kin Tutu rounding up the field, 41-year-old from Myanmar. Round of 14 over par, 86. Play has been completed here in the opening day, but that doesn't mean work has stopped for these players. Most of them, Sue-Ann, once they finish, will go and work on something. Go and work on something, whether it be putting or perhaps the iron shots weren't quite how they wanted them to be, but they all have fairly set routines pre and post round.
And most of these players usually end up on the putting green. We know it's the putts that really makes a world of difference in the game of golf. And too, in this heat, it's a lot of work going to go hit golf shots on the range.
Oh, we saw plenty of highlights here on day one, so let's take a look at them. So Yeon Yu, our first round leader. This was for birdie at 1. Made 7 of them today. This was at 9 for a birdie to go out in 5 under par 31.
When she gets that flat stick going, you cannot stop her at all.
Just like shelling peas, wasn't it? Making it look very easy.
I love how she said she was nervous as well. Just says a lot about her.
Well, this was actually the 13th. This was her birdie putt to get to -6. No one was birdieing 13 today. And of course, Yeon Yu begs to differ. Pours it in there. So this was a third of the last. What a great shot.
Oh, this was just beautifully judged. World class to finish off with a 7 under bogey free round. Just so impressive.
Yeah, we saw a lot of players struggling to hold the ball there at 18, and she was able to create a lot of spin coming from 100 yards. And this was to finish off with a round of 7 under par 65, just flawless, bogey free. Putted so beautifully. In fact, every part of the game just looked terrific. 7 under par 65. She leads by 1 over Lydia Ko, and this lady, Princess Mary Superal from the Philippines. This was a birdie putt at 12, the par 3.
Just 25 years of age and so much talent. Just looked so comfortable out there. Nothing seemed to have phased her.
She didn't waste any energy here at 15. This was a birdie putt. Just enough speed to fall in the front edge. That took her at the time to -5. And then this to finish off for a birdie at 18 and a round of 6 under par 66. No problems at all. Very impressive stuff. The partner of So Yeon Yu is Bo Mi Lee, who is a prolific winner on both the Korean LPGA Tour and in Japan. 1 under the front 9. She started to heat up on the back. That was for birdie at 10 from the fringe.
Must have been fun in that group.
Yeah.
Between the two of them.
Wasn't it ever? Almost like a sheepish grin on her face there. Terrific tee shot at the par 3 12th. That was for a birdie. The And then at 17, the par 3 across the green to get to 4 under par. No worries at all there, right in the middle. But she wasn't finished, so Anne still had the final hole to play. This was it for birdie.
Just Drano all day today for Bomi. That to get her to 5 under par. Fist pumps, smiles, hugs. Why not when you shoot 5 under here in Indonesia?
Talk about good mojo. One of her good friends there playing alongside us, So Yeon Yu, 7 under and 5 under respectively. Lydia Ko, she had a very solid day. That was for a birdie at 12 to get to 3 under par. And then at 14, this was a birdie putt to get it to 4 under. A bit of a misread there, but she would tap in for par. It was just very solid all day long for Lydia Ko. But really just was still quite a few shots back from the lead at 3 under, but it all really started to happen the last couple of holes, didn't it?
Just made no mistakes all day. And then this, our shot of the day. Perfect.
It
tracing.
Was always going to be close. Coming off a birdie at 17 and pitches in for an eagle there at the final hole. A round of 6 under par 66. She is in a share of second with Princess Mary Superal, just one behind our leader, So Yeon Yu, and she is standing by for an interview after her round.
Well done, Lydia, today. Can you just take us through your performance in round 1?
Yeah, overall, I think I hit the ball pretty consistently. I gave myself a lot of good looks, and there were a few putts that I felt like I could have holed that didn't end up falling. But I hit a lot of good committed shots, and for me, that's one of my biggest goals is to be committed and just play with confidence and not be controlling of my game or of my shots. And I felt like I did that well. It's been a really long time since I played in a 4-ball, so it was different. And even though it's like an individual play, there's a team format involved to it. So I was, I think, supporting Momoka a lot, and I really enjoy playing with Hyoju. She's got one of the best personalities and obviously super talented, so I knew it was going to be a fun day. And it was my first time playing with Yumin Hwang, and she was super impressive, and Hyoju and I were actually talking about her as we were playing. So yeah, overall it was a great day. We had decent weather, and the wind kind of kept it cool for a lot of the back nine, which was an extra bonus.
Yeah, just wanted to ask you about the conditions out there. How do you think it went for you?
It was a little breezier, and the wind was actually, I feel like when the breeze is up, it's actually more consistent, and when it's like more minimal, it fluctuates a lot, so it makes it a little bit trickier. But in the end, the wind started picking up, so it was more consistent. I think I was able to kind of play that, and I haven't played this course in this kind of strength, and even though it's not super breezy, so the course definitely plays a little differently, and I think I just have to strategize a little better and just be really committed and enjoy the next couple of days.
Thank you very much.
Lydia, one question for me. When you look at the
Yeah, it was a terrific round of golf, wasn't it, from Lydia Ko, 6 under par 66. Mentioned Suen a couple of times today, the cream rising to the top.
Yeah, I mean, it's no surprise. Some of these names, Soyeon, Lydia, Bomi, but then you also have some names that we're not very familiar with, like Princess, Kokona, Patricia, all these young up-and-coming players flying different flags this week at the Simone Asia Pacific Cup, which is one of the highlights for me anyway. So just see the different flags on the leaderboard, the team event as well.
Yeah, I mean, the team section's just really endearing, really. I love following that, and it was great to hear Lydia Ko talk about Yumin Hwang, 18 years old, hadn't had the opportunity to play with some of her idols, did today, and you can tell just how impressed Lydia Ko was. No doubt a big future for Yumin Hwang. That's how things stand in the team's 9-shot lead. So Yeon Yu, Bomi Lee, 7 under and 5 under respectively. It'll be interesting to see how things play out over the next couple of days. Perhaps a little bit of wind might get up It's hard to keep shooting low score after low score, but certainly going to be very, very hard to catch those two at the top.
I mean, look, it's golf, and you'll never know what happens. You know, Soyeon and Bomi could have an average day tomorrow. The Team Philippines and Team Korea, the second team in Korea, could go low tomorrow and bridge that gap. Just, you don't know. But at this point, Soyeon is definitely looking, and Bomi looking pretty good in the team. Yeah.
It's been terrific golf here, day one of the Simone Asia Pacific Cup. So yeah, why wouldn't you be smiling? Bomi Lee, that pair today. They've come from far and away. 44 players representing 16 Asia-Pacific nations have gathered in Jakarta to do battle for Asia's ultimate team prize, the Simone Asia Pacific Cup. The picturesque Pondok Indah Golf Club this week plays host to Asia-Pacific's elite women golfers, and the region's finest athletes will compete in a combined team stroke play event over 54 holes in the pursuit of team glory and national pride. Former world number one, New Zealand's Lydia Ko, headlines the field. With one win and a host of top 10 finishes in 2022, she's well primed for the challenge ahead. Korea's Hyo-Joo Kim and So Yeon-yu are familiar faces in the global women's game. Along with their fellow countrywomen, these teams are formidable and certainly ones to keep a close eye on. 2019 AIG Women's British Open winner and a 6-time winner on the Ladies Japanese Tour, Japan's Hinako Shibuno is no stranger to holding trophies aloft. Paired with fellow countrywoman Kiriko Shibuno, this partnership poses a serious threat and should not be underestimated. The field is strong and golfing talent runs deep through the region's veins. Will it be the tried and true tour players, or the young and carefree rookies who grasp the opportunity and grab hold of the cup? Asia's most coveted trophy awaits for those who would dare to dream. Well, picturesque only goes some way to describing what a treat we're in for this week. Just 30 minutes from the centre of Jakarta, this Robert Trent Jones Jr. designed golf course that opened in 1976, and it's played host to some big-time events, including the 1983 Men's World Cup of Golf, and just last month hosted the Indonesian Open on the Men's Asian Tour. That's a live look at players as they get ready for their opening round on the driving range this morning. I'm Ewan Porter, and I'm joined in commentary this week by Sue-Ann Hang. And Sue-Ann, this inaugural Simone Asia Pacific Cup, it really is a terrific initiative, isn't it?
Absolutely, Ewan. I mean, it's such an exciting format featuring top players from 16 countries where they get to not only compete individually, but they also get to represent their countries in the team format, which is so unique and a really great start in growing the game in this part of the region. Plus, what a fantastic opportunity this is for some of the upcoming young players to get to tee it up in the same field with some of their idols like Lydia Ko, So Yeon-yu, Hyo-Joo Kim, Hinako Shibuno, all these major champions. It's got to be such a treat for them.
Yeah, absolutely. And $500,000 US prize money on offer for the individual prize this week, $250,000 US for the teams. And these are some of the feature groups that we'll be following out here today. The Korean pair of So Yeon-yu and Bo Mi Lee. So Yeon-yu, two-time major champion, 96 career top 10s. Bo Mi Lee, the 32-year-old, 21 Japan LPGA wins. And then the Thai pair of Jaravi Boonchant and Onchisa Utama. Jaravi Boonchant, she's had 4 top 20s this year on the Epson Tour, graduate of Duke University.
And right behind them is Group 10 of Hinako Shibuno, your 2019 AIG Women's Open champion, aka the smiling Cinderella. You're going to see her smiling a lot today. Paired with a 19-year-old Amada, Kiriko Shibuno. Now, alongside them is Team USA of Yelimi No, who played on the US Solheim team back in 2021. And she's paired with her teammate, Aimi Koga, who's 27-year-old Hawaiian who plays on the Japan LPGA. It's a very exciting lineup there.
Yeah, it certainly is. And then the final feature match, well, Lydia Ko from New Zealand, her record speaks for itself, doesn't it? Number 4 in the world. And we'll get to know her partner this week very, very well, Momoka Kobori. She has been on fire in 2022. She's had 2 wins on the LET Access Series in Europe, a couple of runner-ups on the WPGA Tour in Australia, and then the formidable pairing, Korean pairing of Hyo-Joo Kim, world number 8, the 27-year-old, 5 LPGA wins. She won the Evian Championship at the age of 19. And Yumin Huang, she's only recently turned pro, 18 years old, reached top 5 in the world as an amateur. Already 1 runner-up on the Korean LPGA Tour. And here is Yumin Huang. Birdie putt on the 6th. Good start, Sue-Ann. 2 under par through 5.
Yeah, these opening holes are quite gentle on this golf course, so you want to come out hot. And Yumin Huang did exactly that, taking advantages of the par 5s.
3 under par through 6 holes. That's a terrific start. She is currently in second place. Now, the lady that you mentioned, Aimi Koga.
Yeah, plays a whole bunch on the Japan LPGA. Greens are rolling beautifully today.
Aren't they? 11.4 on the stimp meter. They're fairly quick, but they are rolling beautifully, just like you said. Well, this is the 8th hole, the par 3, excellent hole. There's really not too much elevation change around here, Sue-Ann, but this one does play a little bit uphill.
The par 3s here at Pondok Indah are super long this week, so this is no exception. Playing 186 yards today. Second par 3 on this golf course. Bunkers protecting all corners of this green. Hole location, it's in the front left. 10 on, 6 from the left-hand side. Definitely don't want to miss this left. Anything right, you can use that gentle contours of the green to feed it into that hole location. What a great par 3.
Well, it's interesting looking at the statistics there. 16 players have come through this hole, 5 bogeys, no birdies as yet. Got to think it's a fairly accessible hole location there on the left-hand side too, as Aimi Koga gets ready for her tee shot.
Looks like she played a little punch hybrid. Try and run one up there. Oh, what a shot.
What was I saying about no birdies? We could see our first one there. You can see the flagstick fluttering there. The wind expected to pick up to some 20, 25 kilometers per hour today. That was interesting as well, Sue-Ann. No glove. I've got to think that's got to be a challenge in this heat and humidity as well.
I mean, we had a conversation yesterday about how we go through gloves, you know, just in this climate with the humidity, the sweating. I don't know how she's doing it with no gloves, but hey, each to their own.
This is 19-year-old Kiriko Shibuno.
What a treat for her this week, teeing up with a major champion, Hinako Shibuno.
Couple over par early on. That's a nice golf swing.
Very dynamic. And she's not a very tall built player either, so another great shot into this par 3. I think anything on this green is going to be good.
Absolutely. That was a 4-iron. You don't often see too many of these girls using really anything above about a 5-iron, do you? Because most of them have got lofted woods or hybrids in the bag. A 21-year-old American Yalimi No from California. Played the Solheim Cup last year.
Hasn't had a great year, Yalimi No. Been struggling a little bit, and seems like that's trending here in Jakarta as well. Also an iron in hand.
Well, you watch a swing like that and a shot like that, you think, how on earth is she struggling? That is a beautiful golf swing.
Golf is a funny game, Ewan.
There's a lot more to it, obviously, than just the golf swing. Incredible amateur record. 8 top 10s in the last 3 years for Yalimi No. So Yan Yu, one of the favourites this week. What a terrific start. 4 under par early on through 8 holes for her, leading the way. Now the smiling Cinderella.
Oh, I loved watching her warm up at the Women's Open a couple of weeks ago. If you haven't seen it, you need to go and catch it on YouTube. It's quite impressive. Hybrid in hand. Gets very extended in her backswing.
Really gets through the ball well. And that's 4 excellent shots there at the 8th. I'm sure we're going to see our first birdie of the day come from that group. Let's update everyone on what's happened this morning out on the golf course, and we'll start with our leader, So Yan Yu, her second shot into the first.
Very forgiving opening hole here, and she's taking full advantage of that. What a great iron shot into this par 4.
Now for the birdie.
Left to right, uphill, solid start.
And her partner this week, Korean Bo-Mi Lee, her second shot at number 2.
These girls are so good with these irons.
Aren't they
And
ever?
that-
Wow.
Wow. So close. A little kick in for birdie there.
Thailand's Jaravi Bunchan. This for a birdie at 2.
Never a doubt.
Yeah, she's definitely one to watch this week. Been a very consistent performer this year, just 22 years old. Now this is Cheng Xuanxi from Chinese Taipei. Her tee shot at the par 3 12th.
Yeah, she's been playing some great golf. 3 top 2 finishes so far. And wow, what a great iron shot there.
There's a Hyundai Stargazer for a hole-in-one on offer this week on holes 12 and 17. She certainly gave it a shout there this morning, and that's a beautiful birdie. This is Hanako Shibuno. This was for a birdie at 2 to get into red figures. It was a very quick putt down the hill there, wasn't it?
Certainly was. Just sneaked in on the right-hand side.
We saw So Yeon-yu make a birdie at number 1. This is for a birdie at 3.
When she gets his flat stick going, it goes. Another birdie for So-yeon. Nice to see her playing well again.
Yeah, it certainly is. That's a beautiful putting stroke. Keeps the putter so low to the ground through the ball. And now her second shot at the par 4 4th.
Coming out of the left-hand side rough. Playing slightly thick this week. But no problems for So-yeon. Keep
Flag
going.
hunting. Wow. She would make that to be 3 under through 4. Now Jaravi Bunchan, this for a birdie at 4.
Wow. These girls are making it look easy this morning.
Aren't they ever? Flag hunting, rolling it in from everywhere. And on that theme, Bo Mi Lee for a birdie at 4.
Left to right. Ooh, just.
Just snuck in the side door. She knows she got away with one there. And Mario Shinohara, Japanese player, for birdie at 7.
Long range. It's going to break to the right about there. Oh, she's got to be pretty happy with that.
This is incredible. Have they missed a putt yet?
I don't think so. I don't think so, but that is fun to watch.
And it's a testament to just how pure these greens are rolling as well. Now, Monchisa Utama, her second shot at the par 3 5th from the green side bunker.
Oh, hello.
Stop it. Stop it. Oh, we're seeing some fantastic golf here early on day 1. And that's how the leaderboard stands. Mentioned So Yeon-yu leading the way at 4 under par through 8 holes, but plenty of good scores early on. Going to learn a lot more about some local players this week, some up-and-coming players. Tiffany Chan as well. She's been playing on the LPGA Tour for a few years. Karis Davison, she had quite an interesting story. Lost her suitcase and her clubs this week, 1 under par through 8 holes. And Lydia Ko, the tournament favourite there at 1 under through 6.
Yeah, and then you have Diksha Dagar, who is the second Indian player to have won on the LET. Super talented young lady. Hyo-Joo Kim, not off to a hot start, but plenty of golf left to be played, even par after 6.
And Cassie Porter, the young Australian, 19 years old, partnering Karis Davison. She's at +1 through 8 holes. Out to the 7th tee, par 4, 410 yards.
Couple of bunkers just surrounding the landing zone here. Kind of narrows down at that side of the fairway. Now this lady, she doesn't miss very many fairways at all. Coming in with a lot of momentum. She's been playing some great golf on the LPGA. The last 3 finishes were pretty strong.
Yeah. Winner earlier this year at the Lotte Championship. She's looking rather anxious about that, but not sure why. Absolutely perfect.
was 5 yards off her target. Ewan?
They are super accurate, these girls, aren't they? We were marveling yesterday at just how straight they hit it, and statistically, these girls, they don't putt as well as the men. The average putts per round on the LPGA Tour is over 30, but what we've seen this morning, I think that average should go down. And Lydia Ko, she's been in the top 20 in the putting statistics on the LPGA Tour ever since she joined the Tour in 2014.
She is mighty impressive on the greens. Working with Sean Foley now.
Yeah, swinging the club great. She's come in here in good form as well. 5th and 7th in her last 2 starts at the Scottish Open and the Women's Open Championship. Typically arrow straight off the tee. Another fairway there for Lydia Ko. Good start for the tournament favourite, 1 under par through 6 holes. Now, I mentioned earlier, Sue-Ann, that we'll get to know this young lady well this week, Momoka Kabori. We'll come back to her. You'll let me know up at the 8th. She'll be first to putt for a birdie.
It's going to be a little bit quick from where she is, right to left. Look at that.
Oh. That close to the first birdie of the day here at the 8th.
I didn't think it was going to be there, to get there in the first 6 feet of the putt. It just kept rolling and rolling and rolling.
Yeah, they're certainly quick above the hole. They're quick just normally, just flat. 11 feet 4 inches on the stimp in. And now back to Momoka Kabori. Graduated Pepperdine University a couple of years ago, and due to the COVID situation, she'd been stuck in her native New Zealand, playing there on the Charles Tour. Played in Australia earlier this year when the border opened up, and really just dominated. She was up there in contention in every event. 2 wins on the LET Access Tour. She'll be playing on the Ladies European Tour next year. And with shots like that, that is why. Straight down the middle. Good crowds out this morning, following these ladies around. Up ahead at the 9th, a par 5, 3rd shot for Thailand's Jaravi Bunchant.
Par 5s are playing really long this week. 3 out of 4 of them are 3-shot holes, so it's all about wedge plays on the par 5s.
Just like 24 paces on, 6 paces from the right-hand side. That's a terrific shot. You see most balls left of that flag. Little tear in the green there that the players have got to clear, and we just saw our feature group tee off this par 4 7th. Tell us a little about this hole, Sue-Ann.
Playing 374 this week. You certainly do not want to go anywhere close to the left-hand side here. Don't want to hit anyone's houses, you know. But once you hit the fairway there, as you can see, kind of narrows and bottlenecks at that corner there. But once you hit the fairway, it's pretty straightforward. Second shot here. Green is fairly flat. Hole location today, 12 on, 5 from the right. Right on top of that top tier there.
20 players have come through here this morning, averaging right on its par of 4, 5 birdies and 5 bogeys. Can be a difficult hole if you get it out of position off the tee. Momoka Kabori from the middle of the fairway.
Not a very long player. She's got a hybrid in hand, starting this at the TV tower, playing a little baby cut.
Oh, that was all over the flag, wasn't it? But you can see it's playing long. Coming up just short in the bunker, back into the wind. It's a terrific golf swing, just stays right on the plane. This is up ahead at the 9th. Monchisa Utama. In the green side bunker on the left-hand side. This will be her 4th shot.
Well, she's already holed out on hole 5. Will she do it again?
Oh, no.
That's kind of easy to do when you have a back runoff. You want to get a bit more, you end up getting a bit more cautious.
Well, she's got to be careful with this one now. Sitting down in the rough, you've got to make a fairly aggressive move at this, you would think, to prop the ball out of there. And as you said, you don't want to go long. She'll be kicking herself for leaving it there. All right, back at 7. Lydia Ko, second shot.
Ball slightly above her feet. It's going to push the ball left.
Well, you can see that flag stick fluttering there. Obviously just fooling the players. A little more breeze than they anticipated up there. Okay, 5th shot now for Utama at the 9th.
Just got to be really careful here. You can go right under it, catch it high on the face.
That is absolutely incredible. That came out of there so strangely, but that is a fantastic result.
These Thai players are just so good around the greens. They have great hands. You watch them practice a whole bunch together as a team.
Back at 7, Yeoju Kim, second shot.
Let's see if she learned a thing or two from her competitors.
That is a gorgeous golf swing, and she certainly has she?
Just
hangs on there. Breathing a sigh of relief. No, she got away with one there.
You can see the 2 different colors on this green. Very grainy here in Asia. It's going to go into the green for the first 15 feet or so, and then straight down green. She's going to speed up.
She was actually top 15, top in the world, excuse me, 2015 and 2016, Bo Mi Lee. Going along well, 1 under par. 2 putts from here, she'll be pretty pleased. Yeah, nice roll, good speed. That's a solid opening 9. A 32-year-old. She's actually married to a Korean actor, Lee Wan. She was asked who her favourite celebrity is. Well, of course she had to say her husband, right?
It's a bit of a trick question, isn't it? Her younger brother is actually married to one of the most popular Korean actresses as well. Entertainment family. Now Momoka Kabori from the bunker. Oh, what a shot.
Yeah, not too bad. Leaving it underneath the hole. +1. She won't want to drop another shot. Our leader, So Yeon Yu, she's currently 4 under par. This for a birdie at the 9th.
It's going to be a right to left, down green. Been putting beautifully all day.
Oh, you're joking. So Yeon Yu is rolling the rock this morning. 5 under par through 9 holes. And she's opened up a 2-shot lead.
Is it going to be one of those days for So Yeon?
You know, she struggled earlier this year, but she had a really, really good chance of winning the Evian Championship just a month or so ago. Now, Lydia Ko, what a great bunker player she is.
Possibly one of the best on the LPGA. If you look at her stats, she gets it up and down every single time, and it looks like it's no different.
Just a terrific technique. High finish, accelerated through the ball, and should save a par. Ahead at the 9th, this is Thailand's Jaravi Boonchant. She was a runner-up earlier this year at the Asian Mixed Cup, which was a co-sanctioned event between the Ladies European Tour and the Men's Asian Tour. Imagine she's had 4 top 20s on the Epson Tour in the US this year. Very consistent performer. This to get to 1 under par.
Yeah, she would have had a decent read from So Yeon's putt, right to left as well. This is definitely very makeable.
Just lost a little bit of pace. It's a solid opening 9 holes. 4-time All-American at Duke University. Got off to a great start. Just dropped shots there at 7 and 8. All right, Yeoju Kim, this for a birdie at 7.
Got really lucky on that tee shot. Just did not hit it hard enough. Just trying to make sure she doesn't step on anyone's line.
What a career at the age of 27. 14 Korean LPGA wins, 5 LPGA wins, including that major championship, the Evian, at the age of 19. A winner this year, world number 8. Going along steadily, even par through 7. Playing alongside Hyoju Kim, New Zealand's Momoka Kabori. Is for a par to remain +1.
It's not going to move very much. Oh.
Just pushed it out there. Her brother, Kazuma Kabori, won the New Zealand PGA Championship at the age of 17 on the PGA Tour of Australasia about 4 years ago. So some real sibling rivalry in that family. So Yan Yu, well, she actually just birdied the 9th hole. We saw that 5 under par, opening up a 2-shot lead. And the amateur, Patricia Sinalungan, there at 2 under par through 12. She's alongside Philippines Princess Mary Superal and Kokona Sakurai from Japan. We're going to learn a lot about some of these young Asian players this week. It's just terrific to learn their stories and watch them on their journey, and this is just such a terrific start here in Jakarta. Lydia Ko at 1 under par through 7 holes, stepping up to the plate here at the 8th tee.